The stream is now live. Hello, everyone. Hello, all you degenerates.
Everyone, I'm a gamer. I like games.
Welcome to Necromunda Lowlife 2090 and our new little overlay here. I just have decided to fill up some of the space with a art showcase in the background so that people can see some of the art of the characters in full that they don't normally get to see all the time. But there's also the game, the chat in the bottom right corner, and all of our little things. So this is our brand new overlay. I also have little icons on each character to sort of indicate their role. So, for example, Pixie has that little flag over there. That's to indicate that he does car shit, because it's like a car waving flag. Doc Corvus has like Tesla coils, because electronics and science and shit. Manny has an axe, because pretty self-explanatory. Mouse has like a gun blast. Deadpan has like this image of woo mind shit. And you'll see the new character once we actually get to introduce him in game. Because for now, he does not exist. Also, Deadpan is going to be late, so I'm going to remove his nameplate for now to avoid confusion. If he is able to join us later on, that will be great. Hey, look, his character art's right there as I'm talking about him. Yeah, we're going to proceed into this session. So, to summarize briefly, both for you guys and to get everyone else up to speed, we ended off last session having completed killing off the leader of a gang called the Slagstack Crushers, who were responsible in the end for raiding all of the Trashy Treasures trade caravans. And now with that taken care of, Sierra Creed now has the established trade that she wanted. But you guys have just gotten back. I've basically skipped us ahead past going back on the train all the way over and everything. You do learn that Corporal Craig is doing alright and is back to working by the time you get home. And you've also recruited quite a few new people since last time. Let me see, who now works with you guys and not the other people? You hired this boy, whose token isn't set up right. Boy, let me just do this. You hired this boy. And this guy was staying on the train. I'm pretty sure, I forget if you hired her or left her on the train.
I think we left the decision. Yeah,
she went.
All right, she came with us.
And I think Tom, he agreed to stay on the train, but he has to be affiliated with us.
Tom. You guys are basically affiliated with them by default, that train station, because of the shit you did to help out. So, by proxy, he is. And you also hired a bunch of mutants. Grob Pratchett, Wolfaba, who now has a mechanical, like, throat thing to speak in rough, like, binary-sounding speech. Moby Rick the Big Boy. Little Jim Libbles, the tiny guy who you've trained with a fucking long las. And also, Manny has taken it upon himself to train the two Crotalids who are both missing one leg each, Big Bertha and Mr. Bitey.
I figured if we're gonna have a child soldier, at least keep them out of the way of
I mean, you could just leave him at home and not have him as a soldier, but you decided to give him a gun, so.
You glossed over the fact that all of the bees have hats or helmets.
Oh yeah, all of the bees from Wolfaba have little fucking like Krieg style hats on them now.
Yeah, Corvus was giving her the new voice box and got carried away.
Yep, that sounds about right. But now we move back to you guys are at base and are basically on debrief.
man, that train ride back was a lot faster than the train ride there.
Yeah, because we didn't have tuggers chasing us.
That's true. Kind of just slept like the entire way.
Feel good.
Wasn't that great for all of you?
I had to no. Actually, I realized I had to keep the lid. I had to keep these things from eating anyone on the train.
Yeah, the crotalids wound up getting stocked in like one of the storage ones in the back. They didn't get put in any of the actual cabins, so they were completely separated from you all.
That reminds me, no one go near them. They're not fully trained.
Well, I have dog collar, if you want help. It's for dogs, might be small though. It could go on leg.
I don't have any of their tokens properly set, goddammit.
It's all good.
all those pages were tossed in the fucking archive folder. Whatever. I don't care enough. I'll take care of it later.
This was unexpected.
Yeah. Anywho, you guys are back. We now have actual art of the new base. Or your current base. It's the same base, but now it looks like it's supposed to.
Yeah, boss lady, you got some like cleaning done while we were back? Shit.
Is that surprise? She said there was surprise waiting.
No, the cleaning wasn't your surprise.
Okay. I was going to say, it's disappointing surprise.
Now, I know you all have done a lot of work for me these last couple of weeks, and I do appreciate it. So I have a surprise. It's going to be a little bit of a, well, I won't call it a vacation, because you're still gonna be working, but it's gonna be close. Any guesses?
Spaceship.
Doubting.
Is working vacation, yes? Is what you said.
Yes, it's a working vacation of a sort. There is a place nearby that you may or may not have heard of. Just a out of character note, none of you have heard of this place. Called the Nauticland.
I've never heard of it.
The what now?
Good word. Sounds like
The Nauticland. Yeah, so, no, it's not heresy. Jeez, you're so uptight, Manny. Alright, let's put it this way. You ever wanted to go to a pleasure planet? Yeah, this is basically the closest thing we got.
Neat.
All right. Fair.
So,
What do you need us to do there?
You know the Water Guild, right? So you all vaguely know about the Water Guild. The Water Guild are the guys responsible for basically all of the water in Necromunda. That goes from the slag water that the manufactorums use to like rotate gears and shit in their like everything and keep things cooled, to the imported ice from off-world that the nobles use to sip their coffee. They do everything water. All the water is run by that Water Guild on the planet. Well, one of them is a rather eccentric sort, I would say. He's decided to set up some sort of operation down here for some reason. I don't know exactly why, but yeah, it is a fantastic place that normally takes ages to get in. But with a couple of connections, let's say, I have managed to get us some time there. You'll enjoy it, I believe. I'm quite confident in that. But before anything else, I have somebody to introduce to you. And with that, she points back to the door over behind her up here as a certain individual comes in.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so as this individual comes in, you notice that he appears to be a blonde, sort of strapping young lad. Seems to have a black trench coat about him and, fairly jeans, as he sort of swaggers on over, giving a two-fingered salute. Alrighty.
dude,
Meet our new
where's
friend.
your shirt?
All right. Who is he?
He's going to be joining you fellows.
fresh meat.
You just see Mouse kind of eyeing you a bit.
No, but seriously, like, did you lose your shirt? I know it's like rough down here in Necromunda, but like, man, that's kind of low.
As much as I'd wish, this just appears to be one of my favorite attires. Shirts, they tend to fly off quite often. Torn, even.
You need like better shirts then, dude.
Like vests.
I'll take that advice to heart then. He begins, sauntering up.
Yeah, you go without armor down here, you fucking die. I think because you look pretty new to around here.
We'll see about that.
Oh, we could say that he's new, yes. But he's going to be doing some very important work for me. And that work is going to involve you lot. He's coming along with us on this little, vacation. Now, I have a few more invites. I can invite maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 more of us along, if you'd like. But I do know that Helia wanted to bring Spider along. So...
Does Spider count as person for this?
Lance.
I don't believe so.
Man is gonna speak up. Lance is coming with us. He needs some rest.
We'll bring along Lance. Just hope he doesn't scare the staff there.
Might as well bring Jezebel, I guess.
Alright. Alright, so Lance, Jezebel, we got Helia. I can maybe get one more person in.
Any of the mutants?
Yourself, I'm good.
Could bring well filled
Wait,
up.
what?
Nice, lots of bees.
Well, Faba, who's that? Keep in mind you haven't introduced the mutant, sir.
So the one with bees, also tentacles.
The one with bees? What?
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they have had.
We
Oh, no,
got
that
some.
hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, she hasn't met any of the mutants, but they would be, like, basically outside.
They're we brought some recruits in.
Oh, new recruits. Always fine with that. Alright, yeah. Go ahead and bring her along. Something about tentacle... whatever.
Yes, she has bees and tentacles. Can't talk yet though. I'm going to fix that.
I will also walk over and provide the special request that Gut had put in before we left. Good food.
Food!
We got
great.
you a big playmate too. We got another one of this kin.
Another Ogren.
Yeah,
That's very interesting.
he might have
Alright.
might be a little down, but I'm sure with enough time, I'm
He
sure the
killed
two
your
of them could be friends.
He killed a brother.
No one knows. No one knows what had happened.
I mean, I think he loudly yelled about doing it.
No, I didn't.
No, like, what he's saying is Tug was crying about it, how he killed his brother.
Yeah, he might be.
So
a little,
He
so
killed
maybe
brother. Was very upset about it.
maybe Gut can help them cheer up a bit.
Yes, get new brother.
Yes. Anyway, shall we move along then? We'll bring this Faba that you mentioned and get ourselves along.
I got like one more question.
Shoot.
After this whole shindig, how's shit going down with the crazy bitches?
Oh, the mistress? I mean, as far as what's going on with us, she's just been peppering us. But trust me, you'll figure out a little bit more about that. That has a significant bearing on why we're going here in the first place and who I'm meeting with.
Oh, and mentioned the job while at Nauticland.
Oh, yes. Alright, so... The Nauticland is a spa, sauna, and resort that has been built down in the Underhive that looks like a fucking pleasure planet off-world. Not like I've ever been, I've just seen photos. The place is insane, and it's also insanely well defended. Now you see, I would normally just go on my own with Gut, but even though they have their own defenses there, I don't want anybody sneaking about and doing anything weird behind my back. So, you guys are there to keep an eye out for anything strange happening. Because as much as I love little Gut here, she pinches his cheek. He is not the greatest with picking up on such things. I'm good at smashing, though. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are, buddy. Yes, you are.
So, is the intent clear?
So
Yeah.
we go and be bodyguards, basically, yes?
To a point, but all of your weapons are going to get stripped as soon as you enter.
Oh, still have one weapon, just holds up his arm.
Same here. I hold up my arm.
Pixie holds up both of his arms, like looks around, sniffs his armpit, puts them both down.
Those are literally enough.
Yeah, you two will probably be able to get that through, but they'll probably, tag those pretty nicely.
So they can tag arm is still arm.
Yeah, they got Mechanicus level shit. Probably would disable shit.
Means no touching back.
But either way, I would hope that you wouldn't start a fight, because I don't want to fucking die.
Oh, do not start fights, only finish.
That I can agree with.
Anywho. Any last things that you need to do? We're going to be leaving in about, I'd say like 3 or 4 days. Because I still got to get some last minute preparations and confirm something. But once we do leave, we'll be good. Yes?
I gotta go visit someone if you're taking like 3 or 4 days. Gotta do some catching up. So I'll be back in a little bit.
Alright.
Start sauntering off towards his vehicles.
Kind of
Creed.
wanna,
Creed just sort of like salutes him off.
just test the new guy.
Alright.
My.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. We also, like, with the mutants, the mother and her kid, I may have trained the kid to use a sniper rifle.
Child soldiers, not normally my thing, but alright.
Yeah, not normally my thing either, but he insisted.
Ah, kid's got spirit. Well, we'll meet him very shortly. Oh, and Deadpan, she sort of turns to him. I have something for you to do in the meanwhile, and Deadpan just sort of nods and saunters off. Like, basically, she has a short conversation, tells him about something that she wants him to deal with.
Oh, new guy. What is his name again? Did not catch.
Yeah, we never got it.
The people around here call me Swifter, so you can go ahead and call me that. Personal names tend to get people killed. Yeah.
Swifter. Swifter. You don't look like someone who's around here. Have you ever even fired a bolter pistol?
I got this thing, and as he says that, he pulls out a dinky-looking stub Derringer pistol.
What the fuck is that? That couldn't kill a snake.
That's it's because he's not much of a gunner.
Wait, what is snake?
Seeing his open shirt, it's obviously a well-defined fighter.
Oh, what is snake? What is this snake? Need to know now. I heard.
You would probably know of things that are snakes, but know them by different names entirely.
Oh, it's from
will-
Valhalla. They don't have snakes there.
Well, yeah, but you've been here long enough to meet the local wildlife, and there are definitely snakes about.
Fair.
I'll just share one of the random Katachan serpent-like creatures,
Yeah, Swifter,
if there are any.
Swifter would turn over and nod over in Manny's direction. Clever eye. Was wondering if this other fella were gonna get it, but seems like you're a fighter yourself. And he goes ahead and basically puts in the Derringer. I tend to get my hands dirty.
I've got the bolt guns and swords if you want better.
Yes, and I pull out my
Upgrade for your range.
the chain axe shotgun that he made for me. Yeah, he's actually really good at this.
Appreciate the kind offer, fellers, but I think for right now, I'm as well equipped as I need to be.
Yeah, don't worry too much about him. Yeah, don't worry too much about him and what he's got. I think he's going to be able to handle himself well enough.
Okay. Oh, guess we go pleasure place they take weapons anyway. Not really matter.
Exactly. Anywho.
Manny
Okay.
still does kind of want to mono Swift to see how he does.
Mano a mano.
Just gauging out because he's taken into kind of doing hand to hand with the recruits. I think he's done it once before. I think he beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, Chorus was gonna go get in with Elba, but seeing this, he's gonna stand to the side and get out his med kit just in case.
Yeah, so what I'm going to say is normally, like, we all know that the mechanic would be like a -2 to hit for the sake of non-lethal, but since we're all agreeing to non-lethal, I'm just going to ignore that so it doesn't take 20 years.
Yeah.
Fight.
Just for the fun.
All right.
Just
Want to go ahead and do a proper roll initiative? Or
I doubt it matters. You're just punching each other in the face.
Alright, here's what's going to happen. Y'all are gonna have a little bit of a thing, and I'm just gonna flip a coin, and whoever says heads or tails wins.
Hey, you could just have them all like one attack or something, see who does better.
I'm fond of strength contests. This will be we can consider this a strength contest.
We're gonna do a I think a best of 5.
Okay, yeah.
So basically, we're just going to have you both roll an attack with your respective melee weapons, or just roll raw 1d20s. And whoever wins, whoever gets the better of the 2 rolls, 3 out of the 5 times wins.
Well,
you good with doing melee weapons at our proficiency and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run my cyber limb because I can unarm attack with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is going to be interesting. So yeah, I'll allow you to do the first strike, good sir.
All right.
All right. Nice hit. It's better.
Not bad.
Yeah. Going ahead and you do a large clock across him with your cybernetic, and he's just bloody hell. And actually, high or low for me, real quick, Manny.
Low.
All right. Because. All right. Well, nothing happens this round. I'll just go ahead and say that. As you begin, the sparring continues, you seem to notice that the tattoos on his chest, they appear to be rippling, in a sense.
The only person who would notice this, by the way, would be Manny, considering everyone else is like watching you from the back.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll let you go first.
Let's see this. High or low again?
Hi.
Nice. You are doing good, my friend. All right.
Yeah. Let's do it again. Oof.
Damn.
Max damage.
This one.
This one hurt.
Are we just going to go ahead and roll?
We're assuming we're not.
No special abilities, just doing damage.
Oh no, because we're specifically sparring. I wouldn't assume we're doing damage.
Okay.
We're just going blow for blow, just kind of.
Just.
I mean, I think unless you have like 23 HP, I guess you do have armor.
I have.
We're not. We're just.
We're doing sort of like a better blow 3 out of 5. So as of right now, Manny is 2 for 2.
Well, actually, I got to go ahead and make a successful will check as you go ahead and are about to throw this really impactful blow. Just all of a sudden, in the last second, he seems to pull back as The attack misses.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just for the sake of flavor, that would actually be 1 for Swifter. So 1 for 1.
All right.
Okay.
Not to the-
I'm gonna go in and do something special and do 2 punches this time.
Ooh. Okay.
Because my I don't know. I don't have.
He's like a
unarmed-
dual. You would have to make just like a unarmed strike for your offhand.
I don't have.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I could do that as well. Huh.
You can just make a unarmed strike weapon,
Yeah.
and the damage on that is 1d6 plus your usual proficiencies. Since every single lifer has unarmed by default as a trained skill. That's how it works in this system. Regular blokes don't. So regular blokes do 1d4. You guys do 1d6 by default.
Gotcha.
Damage, nothing. My crit damage. I won't worry about crit damage. So, first one is Cyber Limb Punch. Second one is Unarmed Strike. 1-2 combo.
All right. One of them would hit then, and then I'll go ahead and I guess I'll throw my second punch out there. Go ahead and yeah, again, high or low.
Low.
Ah, this one is high. So as basically you go ahead and just clock him right in the cheek, and he goes ahead and like spits out a little thing of blood, turns over and smirks at you. Nice hit. Mine's better though. And he actually just instinctively flows rapidly, throwing 2 more attacks at you out of nowhere.
Oh, you got that. Nice.
Do both of those hit?
One of them.
The
Manny's AC is it? All right, yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, that's the thing.
One of Manny's strikes, his unarmed strike does not hit. So technically, at that point, you were equal in damage because it was a 5 and a 6 because both of them would have hit, right? Your AC is less than or equal to 15, Manny.
My DC is 12. So
Yeah, so that would have hit. So basically, you're both at 11 until he throws this extra volley and gets a little bit more in. So now he's 2 for 1 on our new friend.
So he's got the lead by 1. Swifter does.
Yeah, he's ahead by 1. So he's on match point. You need to catch up.
All right. Last round.
Let's see.
So. Thwapow.
Ooh, yeah, those both hit. I'm going to.
So that's a total of 13.
I'm gonna pop one of my melee specialists to get advantage on the damage rolls.
Oh.
All right. All right, you've already matched him for 13. If your fucking offhand attack hits at all, then you win. What's your AC, Swifter?
Let me roll this one because
AC is 12, but give me 1 moment. Again, high or low, one last time.
low.
All right, low. All right, no extra attacks, and
Roll damage.
crit.
No, this is just reroll damage, no attack.
Oh,
So that's 1d6. So the other one would have be better damage. So
damn. So he wants to go ahead and try and yeah, he wants to go ahead and he again tries his cheating tactic of as the fist is coming in, just like this giant haymaker. He goes ahead and he tries to grab your arm, and you just precision punch him right in the face, knocking him down.
You just elbow him, yeah.
I see it. I grab the collar of his trench coat.
All right, now you're 2 for 2.
I don't let him fall. I let him stand up. I dust him off.
All right, last round. Let's go.
One more single. Let's go. Just what do you think? What do you
One
think?
blow.
One strike.
One strike, 1 punch each.
One unarmed strike each.
No bullshit.
Use your offhand, Manny. Let's go.
Hey,
Manny loses. Barely.
So yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead and imagine that Manny, comes up, going ahead and using his cyber arm, just throws the right hook. Swifter manages to dodge a little bit out of the way, just gain a little bit of a graze from that cyber arm off the side of his head, and he
That
goes
was his
ahead and just
unarmed.
throws a hay.
That wasn't the cyber.
That was his offhand.
Then the arm brushes some of his hairs as he goes ahead and throws a haymaker right into your head and just pulls him back. Just poof.
And I think that's enough, says Sarah, as she watches this and says, "Are you two boys satisfied now?"
Yes, I am.
Just playing around.
Aye. I still got to do a bit of a debrief, though, so I'm going to cut you guys a bit short. Because I'm going to ask Manny to join me in my quarters very shortly to get a bit of an idea of how things went down.
Swifter, gives Manny the nod, giving him a salute.
I'll give him an arm shake, dude. That's more than a salute. Fucking.
He'll take it up. Just good fight, man. Hope to fight with you in the future. Well, with you, not against you.
Either or, it's fun. Oh yeah, you see those things over there? And I point to the two crotalids. Don't go near them.
I'll take that in mind. Thank you kindly.
Hey, and with that, Sarah creates her emotions for Manny to follow her and goes to the quarters. Meanwhile, Mouse, Doc Corvus, anything you guys are doing in the meanwhile?
So does Swift take any noticeable injuries or anything there, or is it just bruises and stuff?
It's all just bruises, effectively. Like nobody's seeing fancy wounds and whatnot.
Just tattoos. Hope you guys had a good show. He goes ahead and does a little bow.
Mouse,
Okay.
Mouse is probably just gonna lead in the mutants and get them all settled in.
Yeah, find them somewhere they can bunk up at least, because you guys are basically down to the point where available room is bunk beds in the barracks.
And Swifter will begin, I guess, chatting up Doc to get to know the guy.
Okay. It was good, but could be better if you want better parts. I am Sabador. Also normal dog. Also have biggest. I am anything.
Well, I can see where Manny gets his parts then. Anyways.
No, he had that arm before me.
He had the arm long before he got here.
I guess.
None of them will let me near them.
Swifter actually raises an eyebrow, just I think I'll stay all organic, big guy. Appreciate it though.
It's strange. Metal is stronger.
Yeah, but at the same time, I got it. It's fine.
Also, if you want a bigger gun, I have many.
Considering that they're going to be taking our stuff at the gates,
Well,
it's a good thing that, hopefully, good thing my Inquisitor.
You don't say that.
Employer. Yeah, I don't say that. I don't say
I was gonna say.
Good thing my insert plot beep.
B. You guys heard nothing. Good thing my employer. He went ahead and gave me, this little rinky-dink here.
You have employer?
Let's just say that.
Yeah, that would be me, Creed says, leaning out her head and giving Swifter a wink that you don't pick up on.
Okay, then say Creed. What's the employer? Is all employers same? Is Creed?
Yeah. My previous one.
Oh,
He
wasn't the best preparing us, so I had to make do with what I had.
He was sort of a weirdo. She just calls out, overhearing this conversation as she's still walking with Manny back to the room.
it's not. It's not so.
He certainly liked his lotions.
I don't think he knows when to stop, does he?
Like solutions?
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay.
All right. And with that, we cut over to Creed and Manny in the room finally, just yeah, he's gonna be an interesting lot. I'm glad you guys are getting along, at least.
He can throw a punch.
Oh yeah, he can.
rubbing his jaw. You know, that last punch did a pretty decent.
Yeah, it's not dislocated, but it feels rough as hell. And Sarah gets set down in a chair by Gut. You've actually seen the same thing happen before. It's not unusual because she doesn't like to always be on that bag on his back. It's good for carrying her around, but it's not necessarily the most comfortable thing. So she sits down and she looks at you and she's just like, all right, give me an idea of what happened.
Where do you want to start?
Well, first off, mission accomplished, I assume, because you haven't been apologizing overtly.
Yes, actually, we took care of the situation. Incidentally, that's how we got those two beasts.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be they are your responsibility, you know.
Oh, I intend to use them to help guard their. I'm going to try to make them see this as their territory and us as their pack. If that makes sense. Essentially.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure about animals. It's not my specialty.
Yeah, we'll find out. If not, we'll just kill them.
We'll be good meat if we do.
Exactly.
Anywho.
Yeah, it was a mission success. We also managed to save the train, which is how we got Jezebel and what's his name? The other ogre.
Tug? Tug is his name.
Tug. Yeah, no.
I'll have to meet them. Gut will be happy for that.
Tug is-
mate.
Tug, just be mindful. Tug's gonna be a little sensitive since he did lose his brother.
Good deal.
Jezebel.
I think she and I will get along just fine.
And we did one more, but he is going to keep the rest of his gang over there by the train, and managed to somehow get free transportation with the conductor.
The conductor.
And we managed to come to an agreement and accord.
Krang took a fancy to you then, huh?
Yeah, there was an incident, but it was situated.
All right. Well, excellent to know. Any complications that I can expect to come my way as a result of how you handled things?
Not that I'm aware of. Do you keep in mind Deadpan's a little down right now? Something happened on the train, and just
Boy sensitive. Got it.
yeah, just be a little sensitive. Also, I don't know if he's told you, and I'll share the what he told us about the intercommunications just a little bit.
The little compad.
No, the cross galaxy comm. The little bits he's told us.
I forget if Deadpan mentioned much of anything.
He mentioned
Did
that someone's talking to him from across somewhere. But he seems
yeah.
good. And that's about all we heard, I believe. So that's what I'll share.
That's interesting. I never suspected something like that. Well, maybe we can get some benefit out of his intergalactic pen pal.
Be interesting.
We'll see. Well, for now, rest up, do what you need to, and in 4 days' time, we're leaving.
Alright.
Make sure you're all packed up and put your weapons somewhere safe that the others won't find it, okay?
Oh, they should know better than to go to my room.
Oh, yes, I already know that. And with that, she sort of just, like, dismisses you from her room and gets back to doing some of the, gang-esque paperwork that she's used to. Which is not as much paper as it is yelling at people.
I'll walk back over to Swift and, so, you want to know how we managed to claim this place? And I'll just go on and share the story of how we took this place.
Yeah, so you get this magnificent story that you've probably already been told this in like a very brief and straightforward way by Creed, but he gives it probably more making himself look good impression of how he fucking finessed on this dude who is like 7'2" and had 2 chain axes, one of which is now attached to his shotgun.
And the other one's in my offhand.
Bloody hell, man. Fuck me. Seems that didn't know I was fighting the top dog here.
No, nowhere near.
No, top dog is Spider.
Spider?
Yes, Spider.
It's dog. It's robot dog.
Just go with it. Just go with it.
Yeah, Spider.
Spider comes over upon hearing his name called.
Good boy.
Spider!
He's also only dog.
Do I have any spare meat left over from anything?
Spider comes over. He's hearing all this people say his name, and you see Helia running behind him, just like, come on, you run too fast. Oh, it's not your fault. It's his. You get him trained a little bit better, not just chase after his name whenever he hears it.
He's probably just curious. Poor guy.
Spider is actively sniffing Swifter, and you notice that when he's done sniffing you, he steps back a little bit and sort of like tilts his head curiously. Like it's not like he's afraid of you, but he's a bit confused.
Trying to understand him, I see. Yeah. Just... it's alright, boy. Anyways. Yeah. Guess I'm gonna be staying with you a lot for a bit. Appreciate, again, the offer, Dak, but, for the 4th time, don't think I need my arm replaced. But, yeah.
Well, do not need, but is good.
I'll consider.
Lose arm, then yes, is needed.
Well, Doc can look forward to giving those 2 creatures over there new legs later on.
Cordlets, yes. Need make leg first.
Yeah, I need to get the funds for that. Hopefully, if we do well enough, I can get one of them working properly again.
Yes. For now, I have a new eye. Goes just walks off holding this eye that he pulled out of his bag.
Is it like an actual fleshy, like, eye?
No,
or...
it's like an eye.
Okay, I was just like...
And that's why...
Yeah.
That would be why I haven't let him tamper with my cybernetics too much, Helia says, poking at her own cybernetic arm.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see all that anyways.
He's an odd one. I don't know what it is, but whenever I get near him, he feels off.
Have to keep a closer eye out then for him. But, again, isn't my job.
Well, anyway, I don't believe we've met. Hello, I'm Helia. She extends out a hand awkwardly.
Pleasure, Swifter. Recently got recruited by the missus over there, but hoping to make myself useful.
Oh, thank you kindly. Yeah, and in case you didn't already pick up on it, this is Spider, and Spider barks as her saying his name.
Yeah, little doggo seems to be quite interested in me, but I just hope he doesn't bite.
Oh, he doesn't unless I tell him to. I'm his caretaker.
Well, seems like you're doing quite a fine job taking care of this little guy, and he's gonna go ahead and stick out his fist to have to see if you goes ahead if Spider sniffs it even more inquisitively.
Spider's already sort of sniffed you. He just sort of stands put. He's not in any state of emergency or anything, so his reaction is that of a normal, not skittish dog. He just sort of waits there and looks at you curiously. So if you want to pet him, you get the impression that you easily could.
Yeah, Swifter will give him a good 2 pats on the head. Been a while since I've seen one of you fellas, or little guys.
Really, they're all over, I'm pretty sure that, well, this one was sort of abandoned by his gang forever ago. Or at least that's what I suspect, considering how I found him originally.
Yeah, again, places I've been from. Let's just say that I'm always moving. Finally got a place like this to settle down, so yeah, it's nice to enjoy the little things.
It's a pleasure. Alright, I do gotta get him off and get some more training in, so it's been great meeting you. And she just sort of like awkwardly bows a little bit. You can tell that she's not like, she's gotten a lot better. Everyone else notices, like Manny and Mouse both notice that she's gotten a lot more comfortable, but she's still a little bit socially awkward.
Yeah. Swifter will go ahead and again do the 2-finger salute, just like, if you ever need to chat sometime, and well, if we're not too clogged with missions, go ahead and feel free to reach out.
I'll look forward to going with you on this little endeavor that Sarah's got for us.
Yeah.
Before she
With that,
walks
she
away,
moves
she's
out.
gonna go, hell yeah. You're good with training and conditioning animals, right?
She turns and looks at you, and you can tell she already knows what you're referring to. She's just like, I would rather not.
At least I asked.
And with that, she sort of like awkwardly shuffles back. You get the idea that this young woman who already has lost one arm, like against her will, is not too fond of trying to train the two like crocodile things.
It's fine. Let me take you to the garage. That's probably where Pixie is. Let me just introduce him.
Appreciate the tour. He goes ahead, follows suit.
So you get a tour of this location, and vaguely what you recognize is that this place looks like it used to be a guild-built structure. It's obviously been heavily modified since then. The inside arena is nothing like you've ever seen before. All of the spikes are very reminiscent of not so pleasant themes that you're conscious of. And the underground areas, all of the equipment that would have originally been used for this location's initial purpose has been smashed to raw scrap or broken completely and is now inoperable.
Well, for what you guys make of it, it's a pretty nice place. Hope to eventually get used to it, but it's a place to call home.
Yeah, I could go without all the spikes, though, to be honest.
Trust me. I've heard a thing or two, and well, I've seen a thing or two. He goes ahead and chuckles.
Yeah. And with that, we're going to fast forward a little bit and finally get the rest of the show on the road a bit. Is there anything Pixie wanted to do?
Yeah, he wanted to go to the Trashy Treasures.
Yeah, so you take, since this is about like 3 or 4 days, you have enough time to drive over there and meet up with Jamie. We do not have art for yet, but basically you approach the building, and as you pull up, you notice that normally when you'd have to hail the doors, they actually just open on their own.
All right. I mean, Pixie does it. Pixie just keeps on driving through. I'm pretty sure he's taking the golf cart for this one. So.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you golf cart over there. You get inside, and the first thing you notice is Jamie there with like the biggest smile on their face, just like, Pixie, darling.
Pixie, for once, like doesn't like return the thing, and just kind of like gets out and just like has his hands in his pockets, like looks lackadaisical, but like doesn't really say anything first.
Is there something wrong, darling?
Just kind of like looks behind her, like around, just like so. Kind of like sniffs the air. How long's that shit been going on?
Oh, I get what's wrong now. Listen, Pixie darling. I wasn't trying to keep it for you because I didn't trust you. I just didn't want to worry you. You are such a pretty little head when you're worried.
So you're just gonna like, deal with this on your own. Like, shit, man. How long have we been working together?
Very long. I wish it could be longer. Wish I had known you earlier. But anyway, they cough a little bit and just clear their throat. Do come inside. Let's just speak there. This is the garage, and I have some emisac for you.
Pixie follows suit.
Yeah, so they go back to their little room. You know that they're sort of like this androgynous, like whatever. They haven't actually talked about their gender.
He, she, they, what?
He, she, it, they.
Yeah.
Helicopter, Apache helicopter. Sorry.
Gender is a social construct. Welcome to my TED Talk.
Basically. But yeah, you get into the back room. Jamie pulls out a bottle of pretty nice amisac. It's not like the top of the line, but that's still hard to get down here. So considering the quality of it, it's pretty damn good. And pours themselves a glass, sits down, and picks up the glass and swirls it around. Before anything else, how about a cheers to your success?
A drink to that. I'll raise my glass.
Clinks glasses,
Yeah.
takes a small sip of their own, but then turns back to you and is just like, "Listen, Pixie, I know it seems as if I'm distrusting from this. It should seem. We have a very long and fruitful partnership, and I absolutely adore you, I must be honest. But since you moved over to that other gang there, I've just not been able to get the time to message you about such things. Especially considering, well, you know what I was dealing with. It took a very long amount of time of my day, every day.
So you had time to talk to Sarah about it, but not me.
Well, Sarah called me during the time that it was business. And business is my business. Jamie is shuffling a little bit awkwardly.
So if I called you about business, you'd tell me, but like you can't even tell a friend? Come on, man. That's fucked up.
Alright, I apologize. Jamie just like sits up straight and looks at you straight in the eyes and is just like, I should have told you. I was worried about worrying you too much and making it too big of a deal, but I didn't want to cause any...
Do you even know what was fucking you over there?
I have been informed, yes.
What were they? The house of... Which house was it?
It's House Goliath.
House Goliath? Hiring mutants? Come on. You think that's something I wouldn't want to hear about?
To be quite fair, I did not know about the House Goliath portion of it at all until you had uncovered it, so... I wouldn't have been able to tell you that, but... You're right. They look sort of dejected and a little bit, like, disappointed in themselves.
Listen, I ain't trying to hound you or nothing, but we're friends. Come on. Like, you just gotta tell me these things. You've looked out for me all this time. Why can't I look out for you? I ain't trying to, like, hustle you for shit.
Pixie, do a perception or detection check for me.
I only have perception. Yeah, no.
Yeah, you don't hear it, but the audience hears. I wish we were a little bit more than friends, to be quite honest. Under their breath, because you know that they always fucking flirt with you, and Pixie once again doesn't pick up on it.
Again, Pixie doesn't pick up on it, so.
Yeah, and so Jamie just looks up and is just like, "All right, my dear. I promise I will not keep secrets from you any further. I didn't want to worry you. I said that multiple times before, but I understand
fucking worried,
how
don't
wrong. Yes. They pour a little bit more Amasac and down it.
Well, if it doesn't happen again, I guess it's good.
Oh yes, I do believe we don't have any such important things going on. I mean, I will tell you that a couple of the generals in some of my trading stations have been counting their dues a little bit, but that has already been dealt with by some of my employees. It's no fun dealing with the economics of all of this at times.
Well, shit, that's why you're the boss. And, you know, I just drive shit.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, that is a very interesting little vehicle you came in.
What, the golf cart?
Yes, haven't seen one of those around here.
Yeah, picked it up off of some, like, raiders in between the in between the hives. They had,
Oh,
like,
really?
a fucking grenade launcher that shot, like, drug grenades.
That sounds very interesting. Do tell me. And Jamie just sort of like tries to get you to tell all about this endeavor that you never actually got to talk with them about.
Yeah. So, like, when we were coming over here, we had to drive over here. When we were attacked by raiders, they had, like, a big, like, semi-truck.
A
That...
semi-truck? That wouldn't fit in the colony at all.
Yeah, also, like, the guys we were working with took that for themselves. It said something about, like, you know, damages suffered.
Oh.
Claimed.
Well, how much damages did they suffer?
I think it was, like, they didn't lose the bus. They lost, like, a couple of, like, vans. I think that was about it, really. We lost a van, too, but, like, shit.
Well, to be quite fair, I do understand that if they can get a little bit of money back on their investment as far as like large vehicles. Semi-truck could carry quite a bit across the waste. That's a pretty good investment. Anyway, go on, darling.
Yeah, they didn't have anything in there. It was just like an empty truck. I think there was like one dude in the, like, what'd you call it, the trailer?
Yes.
And then they had like turrets on top of it, and that was like it.
Oh, well defended. Definitely something you need out in the waste. Though I do believe they were using it quite offensively, to be quite blunt.
Yeah, Gut kind of like wrecked it, so.
Oh, that lovely little Ogren.
Yeah, he just kind of like, he's a big boy, so like, you know, swung it a couple times, and you know, we stopped it, but like, I don't know if it works. You have to talk to them. I think the what do we call them?
They were the other guys.
The Chuck It Movers.
Oh yeah, Chuck It Movers. I forgot about that name. I was thinking the other guys dudes that you robbed the vans from.
Oh no, yeah, no, they don't exist no more.
Yeah, they don't. They've been, if anything, assimilated into the last choice because they didn't have any other
choice.
Yeah, exactly. So that's basically it. I would say for the sake of this, Jamie gets very enthused about catching up on old stories for a good while. Yeah. And informs you about things that have been going on with the business. Nothing like as major as our caravans are getting raided. More just like tiny logistical things that are annoying them and things people said in the back rooms and whatnot like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, as long as like they're telling him stuff, he's fine with it. You know, if it's not like, you know, Pixie's very good at tuning things out that he's not super interested in, so he'll just let them talk at him.
Yeah, and that basically happens for a few hours. Brings out a couple more things of Anasac. All of it goes on over and over again. And yeah. That would be a good summary of what I think happens there as we shift the camera focus back to a small time shift forward as you are all preparing to finally leave.
Yeah, at this time Pixie's like, so yeah, I got like a smuggling compartment in slaps the roof of the Blue Beetle, which is the other van that's not the Rust Bucket.
Ah, that's what you've decided to name it?
Yeah, because it's blue, and it's a van. It's not quite a bug, but you know.
Alrighty. So yeah, we're getting everyone out here. You were bringing Wolfaba along. You were not bringing any of the fucking crocodiles. Lance is coming along too. I already have Helia and Spider, and the last person was going to be you wanted to bring along Jezebel, yeah. There's Jezebel, who doesn't have any fancy art but is there. Let me get them a name tag.
So like it can't fit a whole lot, but like it can fit like a whole human. So anything that's like human size you could probably fit in here. Don't think anything's gonna spot it unless they're like real careful.
I appreciate the offer, but I don't think it would be in our best interest to try and sneak anything behind these guys. You'll probably see very soon what I mean.
I'm just letting you know what we got.
Oh yeah, it'll be definitely useful future on, but not this job. Excellent work though, Pixie.
That's what I'm here for, boss lady.
Aye, that is what you're here for. Alright, everyone else all set? All good? All happy and sunny peachy keen and whatnot?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want me to ride with you and Gut?
Yes, probably a good idea. I think you might be able to avoid caring too much about being in a vehicle if you're worried more about making sure Gut doesn't destroy said vehicle.
Alright, Swift, you're coming with us. We get to experience this since everyone else has.
Yeah, so Swifter, you see a vehicle and you see an Ogren and you already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I figured as much. Just I ain't gonna say nothing.
So yeah, just move yourself where you're going as far as the vehicles go.
Sarah's in this one?
Yeah, Sarah Creed and Gut is in that one.
It's like a full-on like mini gun, like a crank gun on the top of it.
Yeah, they've gotten that installed in the interim after they came back from talking with Jamie. That was a pretty alright job. It's a rudimentary sort of like tripod holster, but it functions very well for its purpose.
It's like a booster seat chair, like duct tape to the top of it so you can sit down and aim.
It's pretty good. Which vehicle are you driving, Pixie? Actually, none of this really matters too excessively much. You're all going to get there and get out. So let us fast forward this a little bit along. There was nobody else that you wanted to try and bring. This was basically everyone, right?
We didn't want to stick anybody in the smuggling compartment, apparently. So.
Nope. Well, that wouldn't matter once they got up to the gates. Okay, let me give you guys a little bit of a vision of what's going on here. You're driving along. This is going out eastward towards what you know is the nearest manufactorum district from what you've been told by, local residents and whatnot, or at least what Sarah Creed's been told. And you're heading off in this direction. And at one point, very close to the end, you see something that, well, Pixie, you've never seen this before because you've lived in the hive the whole time. Doc, this shit's not a thing on your planet either. It's like a snow planet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've never seen this before. Manny has seen arguably too much of this shit.
Oh no.
And Swifter is used to this. But you come into an area of the hive where all of a sudden it stops being rubble and ash and steel. And you see finely curated grass. It is mowed, it is trimmed, it looks beautiful, and Pixie and Doc have never seen this before, but all of you know this makes no sense for the Underhive.
Dude, what's all this like green shit, man?
Yes, was going to ask.
Wait, what? You're kidding me, right?
You guys never seen grass before?
The fuck is grass?
Yes, I've seen lots of
Yes.
straw.
Well, imagine that, but taller than me.
But what does it do?
I mean, you can
Nothing.
mow it.
What?
Mow what?
The
Mow
grass.
money?
You could not.
Is
No,
it
Grass
what-
is money.
what?
it grows.
It could kill you if you step on it.
Wait,
wrong.
money grows? Shit, I didn't know that.
You're all used to the idea of plants existing, but not like this. So you.
This is a foreign concept.
Listen, Manny's gonna try his best to explain how grass could be fucking lethal.
That is the tiniest plant I've ever seen.
It's also not native to here. You wonder why this place is so rich?
They imported fucking grass.
Yep, you're right on the money. Let's go.
Why have grass? What it do?
So,
Can you eat?
I mean,
See
it
how
mostly
fancy it
nice.
looks?
But can you
Well,
eat it? Is it
yes.
just a-
Yes, you can.
They'll actually. I mean,
No,
I don't
yes,
think
you
we
can.
you actually can eat grass. It's just not very nutritious.
You can eat grass.
Yeah, you can eat grass. It's not nutritious and it doesn't taste good, but you can eat grass.
You can
I
eat
know.
anything as a doctor.
It's not poisonous or toxic or anything, so yeah.
You can eat grass if you're brave enough.
I know some Imperium sanctioned Xenos eat grass.
Yeah, we don't care about
What
that.
I do know is that's not important right now. Hey, Pixie, park
No,
us.
we need to figure out this grass. It is very important.
You,
Pixie Test is working.
Doc, why don't
Pixie
you do us a
parks you
favor?
all, and you finally able to get out of the vehicle, and you're surrounded by yet more grass, and also now, as you walk down the path that Creed and Gut lead you down, you see shrubbery, bushes, finely curated, cut to form, looking pretty, as
Alright, Doc. I
As
need
you
to get
also
off the
pass-
grass.
these massive turrets positioned basically everywhere with multiple guns per turret sitting around near you, and this line of columns leading up to this massive white marble, brilliantly constructed architecture. It is reminiscent of very early Terran architecture that none of you would really be aware of, except for maybe Swifter to a mild degree. This shit looks Greek as fuck, out of character.
Trisky, mind if I go ahead and actually roll electronics to see if I can get a gather on what these turrets exactly are? Like, what type?
Yeah, you can go ahead and give it a look at that.
They are big guns.
You see, guys, these things, they're not turrets.
They shoot confetti.
They're sprinklers. They're statues.
His big gun. I'd say
They
Cor's
use-
pointing his arm at the closest one. There's a loud hum coming from it as he's ready to EMP it if anything happens.
None of the turrets move.
Now, Doc, we're going to need you to do something very specific here. You need to count every one of those blades of grass and tell me how many there is.
Swifter snorts.
Cannot count that well. It's too small.
All right, fair. But what about getting a sample, though?
Who can do that?
Please do not touch the grass. Creed says.
It's poisonous.
Creed turns to Doc Corvus and is just like, if you touch that grass, I am removing your tech allowance for the next month.
Okay.
Wait, he gets a tech allowance?
You're getting paid?
Swifter, you get
You all are.
You all get paid, but his stuff is like a portion of his, I imagine, would be like he gets paid in like doodads and tech shit that the others bring back. to use in his experiments and whatnot because he has the Tech workshop and everything. And she's just like, if you fucking touch that grass, you ain't getting any of that shit for a month.
Okay, we'll not touch grass.
I'm guessing
Good.
these turrets
Oh,
are,
and that includes the weird bushes too.
What is bush?
Never
well,
mind.
you see, that's what happens when you don't shave in a specific area.
And as you look about, you see down the end of this little hallway, there are two massive figures standing in front of the gates. Like these elaborate, finely crafted marble doors with like engravings of the themes of both of the Emperor and the Mechanicus ingrained in them. They are towering over you, this entire place is. And you see these two massive figures about the size, if not a little bit bulkier because of the metal on them, of Gut. And Doc Corvus, would you, or Swifter, depending on whoever wants to do it, actually you both can if you want, do a, actually this would be more like knowledge weapons, if you have something like that, knowledge tech or knowledge weapons.
Technology.
Yeah, so knowledge technology would be fine. If it were specifically knowledge weapons, you would get a buff on it.
Can I roll just a normal intelligence though?
You can, but at disadvantage.
Oh, well, we'll see what I can do. I saw what I could do.
Hey, you barely missed it. You have an idea that there's something up with what's on their hands, but you can't quite place it, Swifter. Meanwhile, Doc Corvus, you're like, oh, these are some pretty good quality power fists.
But they have power fists?
Yeah, both of their hands are power fists.
Are they like Ogryns in armor? Are they like robot? Like, are they not robots?
They are not Ogryns, you know that much. I would like you to roll a... This is basically the equivalent of, like, local lore kind of thing. If you don't have anything for, like, history or the Underhive or whatnot, it would be more like a raw intelligence at disadvantage.
Oh,
You have not heard about this part of the guilds. You know vaguely of the water guilds, but you don't know how they function.
Can I use detection to try to determine any kind of identifiable markings or features of their body parts or anything?
Their armor and whatnot looks like a massive fucking dive suit that one would use to go into like the deeper water pools and whatnot of the Underhive. They look
really dope.
Do they look like Big Daddies?
Yes.
Basically, yes. Yeah. They look like massive dive suit Big Daddy guys with water tanks on their back and these big ass multi-parted power fists. Like they're power fists, but they still act and articulate as regular hands as well. Though they're sort of these like three-fingered kind of things, as you can see in the art here.
Yeah. That explains why the grass is so green. I wonder how many dogs shit in this yard.
And around now, you hear a voice coming out from far up ahead, and it's just, hello, and welcome to the Subnauticland.
The fuck?
Oh, his voice synthesizer. Yes, hello.
As, if you look down here, stepping out from behind the column over here is a strange-looking individual with this large staff. Welcome. I forgot to turn it off in between while I was doing the explanations, but that's absolutely fine.
Third person.
Narrating is doing
No. So yeah, you see this dude with a fucking big ass staff and this weird ass looking hat and everything. This is the full art for them that you can pull up. And they look up to you and they're like, I am the Cipher Knight of this Nauticland. My name is Drashali Click.
Hello.
Click.
Drashai Click. You should be able to see the name and stuff on the sheet now. I think it's been shown.
I saw the name. I was just being
Yeah.
pixie.
Clack.
Oh yeah, being Pixie.
You're shy, it is.
Click, click, clack. There we go.
Or if you wish, you can just call me Cipher Knight.
That works.
Because a lot of people don't like pronouncing my name for some reason.
Dreshilic.
Click, clack.
Please do not call me that.
Clack click.
And the figure starts to move up towards you all very slowly. And as they get about here, you hear a loud commotion to your right. And you see over here, it's not letting me do the camera drag thing. I may be on the wrong layer. That would be why. All right, yeah. So over here you see and hear the screaming and footstep charging of a large group of these guys storming in. And as soon as you see this,
Oh, they're dead.
they're holding weapons, they're running forward. All of the turrets, even the ones on the opposite sides of the column, simultaneously turn, and this happens.
I hit the deck.
Jesus.
So for the stream to see, this is what it looks like. All of the turrets simultaneously turn and fire at the hostile intruders. I don't think basically any of them miss, actually, scrolling down this. The lowest to hit was a 10, so like one or two of them like miss or glance off of the columns, which seem to take it quite nicely. But the rest of them hit. And the next thing you see is not them anymore, as where they were is now ash.
Dude, cool statues. As I look at Swifter.
Nah, those are the sprinklers, man. Fucking powerful.
What kind of
No
weapon?
wonder the grass keeps so green.
And so they say you turn to the Siphonite, and they are just like, apologies for that display. Luckily, we have our defenses in place.
So then, like a little show of force as new guests arrive, you know?
Oh, it's not like I planned for us to get attacked by a bunch of... What were they? Looked like a bunch of Goliath weirdos. Oh well.
It doesn't matter anymore, they're dead.
They are ash now.
They knew what they were getting into when they tried to attack this location. And Sarah Creed's just like, yeah, there's a reason we are going to be very willing to leave our guns behind.
Are we leaving the guns in?
Excellent decision.
After being told we were leaving our weapons, Mage didn't bring his weapons. He just has his arm.
Yeah, you basically all left equipment and weapons behind in vehicles, and you're still going to get like frisked at the front door, you expect.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know whether or not they had like a specific place to drop off weapons or anything.
Yeah, Corvax wouldn't have brought the rocket. He's the one that being taken off of him.
They do have a place like that, but it's not going to be. It's going to be like right in front of the doors with these two big beefy dudes that you can already see. Because you are on the way to the entrance.
Time to check the prison pocket.
I keep forgetting to turn this off in between. It would be helpful now, wouldn't it?
I don't think you guys want checking your prison pocket, Manny.
So yeah, the Siphonite gestures for you to move along, and you can all move yourself around here.
Looking back over at the once was gang of attackers, is is there any is anybody coming to like pick up their sprawled corpses and like
They got
you know,
Ash, I think, is it?
was it?
They are absolutely like so. The Siphonite turns and looks at Doc Corvus and says, "I hope you're not planning to do anything with that arm. Nor you, Mister." They turn to Manny.
Well, I'm not gonna
No,
do some
no,
things.
it's
His arm.
defensive. My arm is completely in my control, and the blade only comes out in defensive stances.
Took Rocket out before we got here. Yes, it's fine. It's just arm.
Excellent, excellent. We will be double checking that though. Now, if you would just form an orderly line in front of each of our lovely gentlemen here.
I'll line up behind Doc to make sure he doesn't. I was gonna say behind Doc to make sure he doesn't try to poke or prod anything.
That isn't a line!
Yes, get behind Sarah. His line. No, Manny. Move. You're not in line.
You just see Mouse motion at you to get in front of him.
I was assuming horizontal line, not vertical.
No. There we go, finally. I'm used to the underhavers not understanding how to do such basic things anyway.
You need to be more clear about this kind of thing. When you say line, you see people lining up. You don't say horizontal, vertical. You got to be more specific about these things.
They look at you as if it should have been obvious considering the columns.
Oh no, Manny's doing this.
Pixie like that is like, I mean, like horizontal and vertical is dependent on your perspective, man. Like, if you turn yourself like to the side like this, like pathway, it's not a vertical pathway, it's like a horizontal pathway,
The two beefy figures walk up. This one, Doc Corvus, you can describe it as anything but gentle.
Chorus T-poses.
They check you up and down, they open up things on like their wrists and scan your technological devices and see their capabilities. Yeah. You can easily tell that this is like top tier Mechanicus grade shit.
Yeah. But there are some things where they have like a cutting torches built into the hand. There's jet boosters in my feet.
Yeah, so in response to this, the big beefy boy actually pulls out a tiny little thing from a little pocket of theirs, which you couldn't even see, and slaps one on your wrist. And looking down at it, you see this wrist brace that is now beeping.
Hey, you got another one, Doc.
It is not a bomb, do not worry, it just disables your equipment.
That concerns me that you had to first say it's not a bomb.
Well, it's concerned, yes.
It wouldn't be the first time.
We don't do bombs here, no, there's no need to attach that to our guests. We have our own ways of dealing with troublemakers. They step back and motion for Doc to step on inside.
Do we know this isn't the first time Doc's been bad? "Quote unquote" had a bomb on him.
Yeah, I had a literal bomb.
Yeah. No, I just heard that. This isn't the first time he's had a bomb on him.
Yeah. Doc, I'm positive fucking bragged about like disarming the bomb that the dude put on him.
Yeah. He wouldn't have bragged. He's been like, look, now have extra bomb. You can set it off by saying name. Don't say name, we'll blow up.
What name is it? What name is it? It's Mr. Not Same Name.
He said name, but not sure what was. Was not paying attention.
Yeah. So, you guys notice that Sarah Creed and Gut get by. They actually don't get anything like what was put on Doc Corvus. Pixie and Manny come up. They check it. The dude on Manny pulls out another one and puts it on your mechanical arm because of the wrist blade.
My eyes are augmented as well.
They don't care about like your ability to see night vision. They just care about weapons. So they put one on your arm, and you notice that despite what you may try Like, even as a test, you can't pull out your arm blade now.
But I still have full function of my arm. It's just the blade.
Yeah. The arm, your and Doc Carvis's arms function like normal arms, but this thing seems to very somehow specifically target weapon systems.
So just like as a thing, would this stop me using my class abilities because they are all tech based?
It depends if they are weaponry based, more so.
Yeah, because I've got pull something out of my ass, the rocket which I left at home, or the jet jumpers in my feet.
The jet jumpers actually are not affected. They don't know that you, basically, to put it simply, they don't know that you left the rocket at home, and they're not taking any chances.
Well, I mentioned as I came up, saying, no, left rocket at home.
They don't necessarily believe you. That is straightforward. They don't fucking believe you, and they're not taking any chances.
That could roll deception or persuasion.
Basically, what Doc, with your level of technological knowledge, you know that when he pulls up this thing on his wrist and he's checking your arm, you can feel like the machine spirit in your arm like releasing information and whatnot that you don't want it to release per se, but it's doing it like involuntarily. You basically get the idea that this thing is analyzing what your components are capable of, and as soon as he notices that this thing is capable of launching a projectile, he pulls out the thing and puts it on your arm. So yeah, as far as your like, the EMP pulse would be stopped. The jet jumpers, they haven't done anything to. The internal injectors, they assume that that will not necessarily cause enough of a problem, actually, so they don't even bother. So you basically have access to your jet jumpers and your internal injectors still, but nothing else.
Would they, disable the EMP, I assume?
Yeah, they disable the EMP. Manny, you get the same treatment. It disables your arm blade, and that's it. Pixie, you get nothing done to you, like no like collar or anything tossed on you because you don't have anything like that. You don't have any like mechanical components that can be weapons, so they just let you by. And then as that happens, Mouse and Swifter come up. Mouse and Swifter, neither of you get the same treatment. The only two people that got anything of the sort were Doc Corvus and Manny.
I feel like a pariah.
Man, it looks good on you.
And with that, they motion to let you into the main lobby.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice the Siphonite follow along. So let me bring you on over there.
Can't get through the door.
Nah, man. It's
Because it's a different fucking map.
Yeah. Not the door, not opening.
It's not a push or a pull. You gotta slide it. Come on
Then
now.
you actually try to open the door. You can't move it. The Nauticland's these big Nauticland guard dudes walk up and open the door like with ease with their like power fist hands and the sheer bulk of these lads. And you guys wind up over here. As you walk in here, you see a servo skull next to a door to your left, and another one of these big guys, same sort of look to him, standing right beside it. As Drishai Click moves up and is just like, "Come along now."
I'm going to completely avoid the servo skull because anything like that is just no.
It probably Sarah Creed looks at the servo skull and is just like, that probably just opens the door, to be honest.
No,
And Dreshai turns to you and is just like, correct, its function is to open and close the door at command.
Doc, leave it alone.
I've not seen one in a long time.
You walk up near the servo skull, and you immediately notice the guard dude next to it. Since you are approaching without permission, holds up a power fist in a fist position and holds it up to you as a warning sign. Please move away.
I just want to look at Skull. I like them.
Doc,
Please move away.
Doc, come on.
I like service schools. Okay.
Swifter goes ahead and nods to the guard.
Once you move away, he ceases this sort of like antagonistic behavior and goes back to like sort of an idle position, but he keeps an eye on Doc Corvus, which is really hard to see considering it's a fucking dive helmet, but you get a feeling that you're being watched by this dude, Corvus. As they proceed to bring you further and further along, and let me just shuffle you all up together here. That is not what I wanted to do, because that brought the lights too. This. They bring you up here, and you see this magnificent, once again, like I cannot exaggerate how out of place this fucker is. It is all finely crafted marble. The water is pristine. It is clean. You have never seen water this clean, most of you. The only person who would have is Swifter. Doc Corvus, you're not used to water like this. You live on an ice world. It's normally frozen.
Yeah.
And you have these two statues of, like, they're related to the Emperor, but you can tell they have, like, a Mechanicus theme to them to a point as well. It's like the Mechanicus being commissioned to do Emperor portraits kind of shit. They're going to put their own spin on it, and they do.
It's statues of the Omnissiah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And you come in, this entire place is running water. It's going all the way around. It's in these elaborate patterns and everything. There are two smaller pools of water to your left and right as you go in. And once again, you see more and more of these big, hulking motherfuckers just standing at, like, basically every doorway. Except for, like, a couple over here. And, yeah, there's a lot of them. And as you come in, it's just like, what do you think of our fine location?
There's a lot of water.
Very nice.
Very observant, they say, looking at Doc Corvus, and you can tell, well, everyone else can tell that they're being sarcastic.
No, it seems excessive. Too much water.
Wait, all this is water?
This is water.
Shit.
Here, let me show you. And with that, the Siphonite steps over to this water and reaches down. A cup seems to like almost fall out of their sleeve, and they scoop up some water and bring it over to Pixie and hand it to you. Here, have a drink.
I take the cup
Bath?
and I sniff it, and it doesn't smell like water.
It
'cause it's
smells
actually
like clean water, which is a foreign concept to you, so you don't know this smell.
Yeah, I drink it.
It
No
is
idea
the
what this
best.
tastes like.
It is the best water that you have ever tasted.
Dude, what'd you put in this water?
Water.
No, but like,
It is-
what'd you put in it?
It is 100% clean, pure, filtered water.
Ain't taste like water I've ever had.
That's because all the water that you've ever had has been grimy, dirty underhive water.
Oh.
Is this really big bath? Why is there a lot
Oh,
of
this is not for bathing. This is a decorative piece. He says,
So you just-
motioning at all this. All of this water, he just said, is only for decoration.
It's a lot of waste of water.
There is no such thing as a waste of water if it impresses. Now, if you'll excuse me. Miss Creed, was it, right? You had a meeting? Yes, I do. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the voice again. Miss Creed, was it, right? You had a meeting? Yes, I did. That is why we are here. Excellent. Let me lead you all to the meeting room. And with that, he's bringing you about this way, and then he pauses a moment, and he turns back, and he's just like, actually, Alpha, Beta, if you would lead them to their quarters, the rest of them as I lead Miss Creed along. And you see the two guards right in front of you sort of like stand up, salute, and prompt you all to follow them like to the east as well.
As we're being guided, before we leave, I look at Sarah, hold up number 2, and tap my earcom.
You're trying to like talk to Sarah in your earcom?
I'm letting her know Station 2, anything comes up, that's where I'll be.
She nods and moves along. You can see with some certainty that she's not too intimidated right now. But you all move along. She and Drishai stop here. And the rest of you proceed further along, and with that, I'm going to bring you all to where you're going to be.
I can't
As-
wait till Swift and Lance meet. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, so what you gather is that all the NPCs that I forgot about up until now are staying behind and getting the shit. Like your luggage, like the non-weaponry kind of luggage shit, the fucking like accommodations that you brought along with you. Replacement stuff for Sarah Creed's systems, etc. Because you're going to be spending a couple nights here.
I just want to know what Felba at the gate.
How many are they gonna need to scan all of the bees?
Well, Faba eventually comes up, and all of the bees in her are scanned, and she is brought not straight inside, but straight to a bath.
Oh no! Oh no! Poor Faba.
All the bees are fine, but yes, she's brought straight to a bath.
Still have the helmet.
Doc,
Oh yes.
Okay.
As you all come over here.
Well, they have lots of guards.
And this area seems like a loosely, but still very eloquently fucking decorated marble set of housing. They have simple windows, nice wooden doors, which are a rarity down in the Underhive because wood is a natural resource that has been expended. All of like Necromunda's natural trees are fucking gone and have not been replanted whatsoever. This place has all the shit that basically Swifter, you look around and like they imported fucking all of this.
Anything look like it's from Katachan?
Nothing from Katachan. I don't think a luxury resort would import things from a death planet.
Oh please! It's all flavor. Come on.
The only thing that is imported from Katachan are the guardsmen.
I think if the doors were like, if they were made from Ketachin, would anybody who just touches the doorknob just fucking dead?
It would be toxic to the touch.
Yeah, why not?
What do you mean? Why?
Because they want people to use the rooms.
That's why you don't touch the door. You touch the doorknob. There's a difference.
Fuck you. But yeah, you come in here, and the certain gentleman that has been telling you to go along, these two fucking big bulky bastards are leading you along and eventually point you to the buildings that are going to be yours. This one you note is going to be for Sarah Creed and Gut. And then you are all given the following rooms. I'm just going to drag you. You can drag yourself back over here if you don't like immediately go to it, but I'm just going to put you in the room that is going to be yours, all right?
Yeah.
Works for me.
I get to be first.
So this room is Sarah's, right?
Yeah, that's Sarah and Mouse. And this room over here would be Deadpan as well, in the bottom right, near Mouse.
Who's got this room?
Not one of you right now.
Boo. Time to go, you Victor bitch. No.
You're not the only guest here, but if you try to evict a bitch, you're going to get evicted to death.
Hey.
Hey man, he's just
Can't
gonna say
die
it's just a
unless I
prank.
die.
Yeah. So yeah, you have this place. It's elaborately done. All these rooms. Let me be blunt. A little bit of theater of the mind. The rooms are decorated and have a bunch of much nicer shit in them, like accoutrements, fridges with Amasac, high quality Amasac, and all sorts of shit that you would expect at like a luxury hotel. You guys are set for having a really pleasant time in these rooms, if anything. That's a chair, actually.
Or it might be a toilet or something. They have that in
No, it's actually a chair. No, they have a separate toilet area.
The floor, you just jump on the floor, it gets eaten by the floor.
Yeah,
How do you think the grass stays green?
God.
And
So are these one room, basically little dormitories that we're staying in? Or is it like, there's a restroom or accommodations?
They are all one room, but they are elaborately decorated and whatnot with what I mentioned before. There is a separate area, like off to the side, which actually has the restrooms.
Oh, okay.
I'd say Corvus would go to his room, sit on the bed, and immediately start fiddling with the thing on his arm.
Manny will immediately start doing exercises.
Anytime you touch the thing on your arm, it beeps wildly at you.
No, stop beeping.
And as that happens, that you know that there was one of these big beefy dudes outside of your building as you entered. He slams on the wall, and you can hear it every time it beeps.
They specifically posted it up right outside of Doc's.
It's unlocked, yes.
It's occupied.
You just hear from inside, cease tampering with the device.
It makes beep, I like beep.
Cease tampering with the device.
Okay. I stopped.
Yeah, it's basically gonna be a combination of like whenever you just like make an argument of any sort, they just repeat yourself until you see okay.
Yeah.
I imagine this happens quite a lot with Corvus this entire trip.
It's like he starts for like 20 minutes, starts fucking with it again.
Please stop tampering with the device. Knock knock.
Oh, sorry, forgot.
Then again, like 20 more minutes later.
Yeah. It's hard to tell if he's legit forgetting that he's not supposed to, or he's trying to see if it stops paying attention at some point. Very hard to tell. With Gorma.
Yeah, he's basically like pushing the limits already in this thing. Like, unlike the fifth attempt, you finally get a bit of personality from the dude. He's just like, for the love of God and the Emperor, for the love of the Emperor and the Omnissiah, please stop tampering with the device, for fuck's sake.
Oh, are not servitors. Okay, it's good to know. You have name?
He says nothing.
I will keep fucking with thing until you say name.
Is there gonna be consequences for this?
You know that over the wall has stopped getting punched, and he steps in the fucking room, looks you in the eye, and says, "My name is none of your business. Do not tamper with the device."
That's his very long name.
All right.
We're just gonna move away from this. You basically get up to all these fucking shenanigans. What is Swifter doing over in his room?
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining Doc basically like the guard closed the door behind Doc, just like
Immediately.
Yeah, the next thing he does is he walks out, he closes the door behind him, and the next thing he hears is the beep again. He comes back in and throws a rock at you, but it's being thrown by this motherfucker. Take 1d6 damage. Roll 1d6.
No, Trisky. He goes ahead and pulls out like he has the hydro like tank on his back. He just blasts.
Oh yeah, you just get blastoised.
Can I try? Yeah.
You are yeah. So this is basically the scene. He steps out. You like a few minutes later tamper it with again. He steps inside. You notice these cannons pop out from his shoulders. They blast you and the bed with water, and he says, "Do not tamper with the device. New bed sheets will be provided shortly," and leaves.
It's very inefficient use of water.
He says nothing.
This is where the narrative declaration would come in, where he says, "Actually, the water short-circuited the device."
Yeah, it's definitely waterproof. You're in a spa or resort place, they know.
So, I'm guessing this is clearly audible.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you can hear all of this next door, Manny.
Pixie in the meantime, pantomimes the entire thing. Like he has like shadow puppets. Every time he says, "Do not tamper the device," Pixie like moves his like shadow puppet hand.
Yeah, I just imagine him with like both of his hands up and sort of like the beak thing, like talking to each other, turning around, and then all of a sudden he's just like poke, 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 poke. I can imagine Pixie doing all of this way too well. I accidentally moved you a bit. There we go. All right. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, Swifter, what are you doing over in your room?
Swifter he's going to go ahead and, like, of course, taking a sample scan around the room. He's just assuming that, he's not. He figures that he's under surveillance, so.
Yeah, you definitely know a camera, and they don't even bother hiding it.
Yeah, I figured as much. So Swifter goes ahead. He waves at the camera, of course, and then he's going to go ahead and actually go outside of his room, since he's got really nothing to do there, and basically go take a walk, visit the other people.
Yeah, you go take a walk. As long as you don't approach any of the big bulking dudes, they don't care. You can tell that you're being surveilled basically at all times, but that just sort of seems like the norm for this fucking place, as it's like super top tier security, best shit, Mechanicus yay kind of place.
Yeah, of course.
And that's the impression that you get everywhere.
Yeah, Swifter would, the most, I guess, hostile thing he would do is offer a wave as he continues walking.
Oh yeah, you like wave at the cameras. They're used to some people being this cheeky.
Oh no, I meant at the guards too.
Oh, they will actually wave back.
All right.
They seem like these soulless husks from the outside, but you get a sort of impression that they're just trained to this shit. It's sort of like the guys who fucking guard the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, or like the Royal Guard in front of the Queen's Palace.
Yeah, so like on duty, they may be like strict and stern, but like, if they've got nothing going on, they'll
If the
show
boss
up.
isn't around, they're lax.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they do all this shit, whatnot, and let's have a little cut back over to Manny. What are you doing in your room?
All right, I'm actually gonna walk out of my door. Walk over to here. At
this point, you hear the knocking on Corvus's room.
Oh, yeah, no, I have a fight. Does the grass look like it has been like people can walk through it and along it and stuff?
If you start walking on the grass, the guards generally announce, "Please do not step on the grass."
Damn.
But you have like two windows here that you can easily see through.
Oh no, I was gonna just walk up there and start tampering with mine. Mine died.
Yeah, so
What party did I join?
The last choice. What'd you expect?
Yes. Choice.
All right, so I love this. One of the guards at one moment just steps away and moves to another position that's apparently on his route, and you're unable to be seen for a moment. You go over there, you tamper it with again, and you hear even louder knocking. And this time, Doc, you know you didn't do anything. You can hear it behind you.
I walk right down there. Oh,
Yes?
a wave. Hey.
You want in? Door is unlocked, yes?
Somebody's got to teach you social norms.
Look,
And with that, he pulls out like a book on social cues, and is basically walking over to Doc Corvus and trying to teach him human fucking decency. It doesn't fucking work.
He just close to Corvus, just feels like this guy's an asshole as he gets close to me.
Yeah, he doesn't like talking to you at all. That's his entire thing.
Swifter's just like looking through the window, just like, oh god.
It looks like this fucking big ass dude in a dive suit is reading bedtime stories to Corvus.
He's sitting like on the corner of the bed.
Yeah, he's just there. He's brought up the chair and he's now reading like a bedtime story to Corvus because obviously you need to be watched like a petulant child.
And you don't see Corvus absolutely.
And when someone says this, you don't do that. But
And yeah.
I want to roll some. Corvus does not pick up on anything.
Yeah, you don't understand fucking anything.
Oh yeah, no, Manny would have walked over just for watching.
We're both watching this now.
It just turns into Swifter and Manny watching this whole entire thing. You've all been shown to your rooms and have set yourselves up.
Actually, wait. So, like, seeing this happening, Swifter walks over and knocks on Pixie's door.
Pixie answers.
Come on, you gotta see this shit.
I'm just gonna. Okay, I noticed them.
You actually, hey, all of you, are you trying to be concealed as you're watching this? Because let's do this in a pose check for shits and gigs.
Yeah, that was also.
Yeah. Bedtime stories, man.
Oh.
You notice none of them.
That's one great success.
The moment he looks over, we're all placed behind the walls, so we're just laughing our asses off.
Stifling your giggles as he.
I have a thermal eye.
Yeah, they like perfectly time ducking out of your view whenever you turn to look at the windows. And your thermal isn't X-ray, as we've established, so you can't see.
Yeah, there's like a really like heat mark on the door.
You see like a lingering heat, but it also looks like it could easily be explained by the like nature around you.
Yeah.
I'll quietly explain what just happened, what I've been hearing, and what I just did to Pixie and Swift.
God damn it, dog.
And
He's just giggling.
as you're looking through the window, you hear next page of social norms, and he flips the page.
Does Doc look like he's actually paying attention?
Why is book? Could be data slate. Would be much easier. Would not get water damaged. Yes.
Complaints will be noted. Now shut the fuck up.
I gotta roll another stealth because, yeah, no, Swifter just fucking dies after hearing that.
You are somehow.
He falls into a bush, or, yeah.
You're somehow able to stifle your laughter, but you're fucking like rolling on the floor now.
We're literally playing Silent Library.
Yeah.
At this point, Man's gonna knock on the door with his robotic hand and just wave with the obvious spangle showing.
Corvus, you turn and you see Manny waving his personal like wristband device in the window.
Hello. Yeah, just wave. Hello. That's
The big suited dude turns and sees this, and then turns back to Doc Corvus and flips another page.
Oh, that is Manny. What's your name? Need to do introductions, yes? You said was staying, yes?
I'm gonna go find Lance.
You Doc Corvus, roll me a detection.
Nope.
You don't pick up on this, but the rest of you outside, would you roll a detection too?
Okay.
Or a perception if you don't have detection, that's fine.
Detection.
Manny doesn't notice it either because you're still waving stuff. Oh yeah, you can go ahead and reroll.
I want to reroll. If it's for fun, I'm going to reroll that shit. We start with 4 rerolls, don't we?
3.
In between downtimes, you regain all of them, but as of right now, you would be... Actually, you guys are level 4, so you would have 4 rerolls.
I'm going to reroll mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to see this. This is worth a reroll.
Yeah, so you turn back in and look inside, and as he asks for his name again after he said his name is of no consequence, drop that shit. You can actively see one of his power fists fucking quivering and gripping behind his back. He's like holding it behind his back out of Doc Corvus's view, but you can, like, if this were a normal human hand, he would be cutting off his own blood circulation right now.
Oh, it's hard to say. Also speak Technolingua, so can say in that if need.
Doc Corvus, at this, he looks at you. If you could see through his mask, if any of you, the rest of you could see through his mask, you would see like a shit-eating grin on his face. As, Doc Corvus, roll a constitution check for me at disadvantage.
Okay.
You fail, you get blasted with so much machine code that you get knocked unconscious and he fucking leaves. So you're basically knocked out of sleep for like 5 minutes after all this shit.
I turn back. Should I do it again?
He does make a point of like properly tucking you into bed and putting the sheet over you, and then leaves.
Blankets.
Yeah, he puts you in. He doesn't care about that right now. He just fucking leaves.
On his forehead.
He like bonks his forehead to you, but you're unconscious anyway.
Oh god.
The eyes rolling in different directions.
He like does that thing where he closes your eyes for you and just walks out.
Rest in peace. Mouse is not gonna believe this, I tell you, fellas.
That was good. I needed that.
I needed that.
Yeah, and
get the rest together and play some cards.
Yeah, I got a deck for us.
all right, and with this, actually at this point, as you're listening to all this, Manny, you would get a comm notification from Creed on that channel that you were mentioning, and she would say, you know, I don't mind if you guys want to come join the meeting.
I'll look in the window. He's out.
Yeah, he's completely out.
He's fine.
He's been like short circuit knocked asleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go join the meeting with the boss lady.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, I'll go too. Yeah.
Alright.
We've had our laugh.
We had our fun.
And
So
Doc
you
won't
proceed
even
back over
understand
here.
What happened?
So Doc is over here completely indisposed. Mouse has stayed behind, but the rest of you are coming over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just put them over here. As you come back, she's just like, "Where's Doc? Where's Mouse?
You would not believe us if we told you, ma'am.
I'll explain it afterwards. Mouse
Is that Pixie? Is that laughter in character?"
Yes.
Okay, she looks at Pixie, sees him break out laughing, and then it's just like, "Okay, I get it."
Yeah, I'll share it afterwards. Mouse, I think you wanted to get some rest. He wasn't feeling too well.
Yeah, rest. Sure, we'll go with that. Anyway.
He didn't want to come. Wow.
Anyway. Deshek Dreshai Click opens up the door and lets you all inside. So let me very quickly do this. And Sarah Creed proceeds in.
World went dark.
Are these set up right?
The dynamic lighting or the chairs? No. Lighting's fine.
The lighting should be fine. Yeah, you guys can see in this room. Oh, I get it. I get what the fuck's going on. God damn it. Why aren't they appearing for you guys to see? That's interesting.
I'm seeing people on the table, if that's them.
No, not that.
Different layer? GM layer?
No, they're on the right layer, but they're transparent for some fucking reason.
What makes them not transparent? Gosh.
Yeah, I got no vision. Like, I see the grid, I see my character, but everything else is...
I mean, I see the table, I see all the people, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people besides, like, our party.
Mm-hmm. Unconscious Doc in the corner.
So, I see this, and this. But this over here I can't see, and now it's completely dark.
I see perfectly.
I see all the bodyguards. I see all the people.
Church steeple.
Oh, it's not, here, let me do this again. I need to make sure I have this thing on you guys. Technical difficulties. I am a good GM. Shut up. Roll20 tends to be very iffy about this, and it's full of shit. You know what? I am going to do this instead. I'm going to do hide areas. Is this hidden for some reason? I'm just going to manually hide the areas that you're not supposed to be able to see yet, and then make it global illumination and vision. Fuck it. That will be easier.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna go take a quick break.
Hey. Goddamn vision. What the fuck? I actually can't see Swifter either.
I'm not here.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. I can't see your character. So is there something different that's going on with your character compared to everyone else?
I made him like a month ago. I don't know if anything's changed.
No, I mean his token. It's just like you're transparent for me. I can see you like partially transparent up here.
As you changed my token to the one without the reality breaking bandana.
Alright, I'm gonna need some context here because what the fuck?
For the longest time, the token had my
yeah.
bandana poking out of the circle.
He breaks reality. He's in the fourth plane.
God damn it. Let me exit and rejoin. See if that works. Just click F5. Fucking goddamn! I don't know why. I just had to reload. God fucking damn it, Roll20. I can see everything now. We're good.
I can't. It's all black.
You can't see still? You need to reload too. Anybody who can't see the room and everything just needs to reload.
Let me.
So hit F5.
I can see it just fine.
Hey, look, it's all fixed now.
Yeah.
I can see.
I can make that reference again.
There's one per episode, guaranteed.
Yep, basically. Yep, we're all set. I needed to fucking reload everything. That was it.
Nothing
It was
changed on my end. That's okay.
reload. You can still see everything. If so, you're fine.
Yeah, I can see everything.
All right, then you should be good. Yep, there are a bunch of chairs. You enter here, and Sarah Creed takes one with gut. She basically gets set there. Doc Corvus isn't here.
Well, I mean, I think he was there to like see the actual room.
Oh yeah. Let me give. I'm going to temporarily just give all players control of Sarah Creed and give her vision. So you should be able to see now again. Can you see the room still, Zach?
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Drashaya lets you into the room and is just like, have an enjoyable meeting and don't mind the gentleman in the corners. Or, have an enjoyable meeting and don't mind the gentleman in the corners.
I'm gonna look around and see if the cameras.
Probably.
There are 100% cameras and there are also 4 bodyguards in the room, so. You are in this room now, and what you see is, to describe...
Google Chrome.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You okay?
I don't want this.
Show narrator home with exiting.
Fucking accidentally click the key combination to start up Windows narrator.
Yay!
the like text to speech ass fucking narrator. I turned it off, but god damn. Why is it like this right now? This is a eventful episode for all of the right and wrong reasons. Okay, so you come in here and let me see if I can get a proper. What's the key combination of force show people things?
It is shift, and I think either Z is it shift?
I think it's shift Z, yeah. If you're trying to show a token.
I think if you ping though, we automatically get pulled to it. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
It's not showing it for me. It's not showing the full art for me.
It's showing the full art for me.
I see it.
Yeah.
All right, it's popped up for all of you.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's filling the screen now on my GM thing, but it's not for you guys. But you get.
Full art, yeah.
You can just click on it. This is who you see. You see this figure in one chair and the little girl in the next to her. And on these 2 chairs, you see what you would recognize as General Mechanicus, sort of. They're not servitors, they're like tech priests of some variety. You're not sure. And as you enter into the room, the woman in the chair with a strange needle on her arm turns and looks and says, "Hello, Creed. How are you?" "Doing quite well, and you, Marista?" "Things are adequate." Creed turns to look at you guys and says, "Manny, Swifter, Pixie, meet, High Engine Seer Marista."
Sup?
It is a pleasure.
And, I would ask if, fucking Doc Corvus wanted to roll to see if he knows this shit, but he isn't fucking here. So... You probably get the same message a few minutes later once you finally wake up, but you'll miss a decent chunk of the convo. The rest of you, if you want to do like a intelligence at disadvantage to see if you know what the fuck this is, or if you have any like knowledge tech or something like that, you can use that as well and not roll disadvantage.
I have knowledge of vehicles, if engines here applies to that.
I would allow it, yes. Give me a -2 though, because they're not specifically vehicles, 100% in this game.
Mechanical lock.
No.
I will like to still roll an intelligence roll at disadvantage.
I'm gonna reroll that.
What about electronics?
Electronics, sure. Okay. Penguin Manny does not. Swifter does not, unless you wanted to use a reroll for that.
He's just going to go ahead and assume that she's higher than a tech priest.
So Pixie, what you know about the high engines here? Yeah, she She runs a good chunk of the entire Manufactorum district. She's a big shot in this area's Mechanicum. She basically is responsible for maybe a couple of 100 separate Manufactorum factories in the district near you alone.
Pixie kind of like just like looks at Creed like, damn, didn't know you were in with the big leagues. Shit.
Well, we aren't, and that's why we're here. You see, being in with them would be very advantageous for us, don't you think?
I mean, you're the boss, lady.
Yes. All right. Let us cut the small talk a little bit and get right to the point. I require vehicles and grander munitions than what my current trade route is going to be able to offer, especially considering we keep getting peppered by these strange Escher women. And what do you propose in exchange? Well, what have you need for? Let us start with that, if there's anything that comes immediately to your mind. I require... You see, like, a split second of, like, a flickering in her eyes as she does this. I require additional manpower to deal with, assumedly, the same threat as yours. Ah, so the mistress is bugging you as well, it seems. Quite. She is encroaching on territory that belongs to my Manufactorum district and is attempting to take over some of our factories. We have repelled her thus far, and she has gained no ground, but it is becoming a nuisance, and it is utilizing our resources in ways that are not opportune. I have a quota to meet, as you see. Alright. I mean, we just got out of some pretty nasty fights. I wouldn't want to commit to a war. Well, that is what is immediately necessary on my end. If you have something else which would be of substantial use to me, that might assist me in that endeavor, then go ahead and propose it. Zerkri just sort of looks around and is just like, let me think a moment on that. Any ideas of you, gentlemen?
I mean, I just like run shit. You need smuggling done. Things just a gauntlet ran. I'm your guy for that shit. You know, you need something delivered to the front lines, but like there's a whole bunch of fucking bitches on the way. Shit, I can do that.
I can assure you we have sufficient drivers.
I'm in good graces with the demolitions expert.
We are in good graces with our own demolitions experts as well. What would your one offer over our well-trained mechanicus?
Have you ever seen a Krieger?
I know of Krieg, yes.
She's a Krieger.
Insufficient data. She basically just, like, you can tell that she's sort of shrugging this idea off already.
Did she shrug Pixie off, or is she like, yeah, we have our own drivers, or? Like,
Yeah, that was her shrugging you off as well.
Okay, I didn't quite catch it. I thought she said like.
Yeah, she said we have our own sufficient amount of drivers and vehicles. Like getting the resources to the front line is no problem. She needs the problem to stop being a problem. Is what she's getting at.
They hitting you at the most.
Our territory for the Manufactorums and the end of the district seems to be straight in one of her many warpaths. Bitch is a rapid expansionist. A little bit too much for her own good.
Maybe we can lure her into a bait.
I mean, it's not like we are in good graces like pretty much every other gang around here, right?
I mean,
We could get the rats to take care of some of it.
It's not like the Goddess Adept would mind them out of the way.
Oh, I'm pretty sure the dogs that want them gone.
the Dallas Adept are actively at war with them on their own fronts and would not be able to divert resources to assist us. Yeah, so you guys actively know that part of the reason you dealt with the rats in the first place was because they were already in like full-blown warfare with the Mistress already.
Yeah.
We are in pseudo good graces with the rats as well. We can probably see about hiring some to take down some key figures.
With the rats, you see another glimmer across her eye. You can tell she's sort of just processing stuff like super rapidly in like some data bank or something. And she turns and looks at you and says, "These are assassination mercenary specialists, correct?"
Correct.
Picking off key figures within our forces would be beneficial, but would not end the conflict unless we took her out
Or
personally.
we could do coordinated attack, have the assassins take care of key figures, push armies forward. I know Sarah doesn't want to get involved. I don't blame her, but if she's not going to stop, it's going to get worse. And you know how people power hungry can get.
Yeah. Yeah, hate to say it, Creed, but like taking this bitch out might be best for the entire hive.
Alright, whoever among you wants to attempt, like, I mean, it's mainly Manny and Pixie actually saying this and agreeing to the idea. So it hasn't really peaked up, so it wouldn't be an option for you. You haven't really said anything to this effect. But if you guys wanted to do, like, a charisma check with, like, a +4 to whoever wants to do it.
I'm just like looking through
It would be either persuasion or raw charisma.
It'd be raw charisma for me. I don't have anything.
For
How about Manny?
I can re-roll it.
I have 9 charisma, so.
I mean, I have 9 charisma as well, but I have persuasion and leadership.
But yeah, you'd
I
have
felt
the
like
reroll.
Yeah. So which one would you want, Trisky?
It would be persuasion. Because she is the leader. You're trying to persuade your leader to do something
You
else.
said with the +4.
+4, yes. So it would be a total of 13 in the end.
So I will add a modifier to 4 for this, right?
Yep.
Nice.
All right. So she looks at this, then looks at Manny as just like, "You're used to wars of attrition, aren't you?"
I'm used to living in a lot worse situations than this.
I'll take your word for it. Yeah. I don't want to invest that many resources into it, but if it's inevitably going to come knocking at our doorstep anyway, I guess you're right. All right. You see Sarah Creed lean over Guts' shoulder a little bit and look the engine seer in the eye and say, "If you promise after this conflict has ended, then after this conflict has ended, to provide us with the munitions we desire, at least a reasonable price for our means and resources, we shall put our manpower behind making sure the Mistress is no longer a problem for you. Deal?"
Many worries, and I also want to strictly express, and look at Sarah, volunteers only. We are still kind of new, and not everyone's good at this, so with permission, volunteers only.
We'll have to put a little bit more back behind it if we're going to do anything. I'm not one for half-assing a commitment like this.
I don't think we got a whole lot of choice here, Manny. If we're doing this, we got to go whole hog. I'm with the boss lady on this one.
Fair.
But like, it's not like we just have to, use our power.
Right. Like we are going to hire some of the rats.
I don't think we're doing it without them.
You see her eyes flicker again, and she turns and looks at you. And then she looks at Pixie, then Manny, then Sarah Creed, and says, Adequate agreement reached. I look forward to working with you. I will give you my communication details. And you see a data pad on Guts' hip flicker. Meanwhile, this whole entire time, this little girl just sitting there, like, really awkwardly, not looking happy at all. She's obviously bored out of her mind.
Swifter and her had the same expression.
They're just there just for appearances and don't care to be anywhere.
Pixie has the exact same expression, but Pixie has that expression all the time.
Oh lordy.
And Manny's used to war. Manny's used to fighting. It tends to be the most direct option for his opinions. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swifter, he's basically taking it saying he's the new guy. He knows when to shut up about important matters, so he doesn't have much to contribute.
You're still not used to this. You actually do not know who the mistress is and who they keep going on about. You just get the, like, whatever impressions you've, like, realistically gotten by this point.
Bigger than Ted Priest. That's all he pretty much knows about the general gist.
Pixie will just like lean in, is like, shit, I'll talk about it later.
yeah,
Right now,
well,
just listen.
And at this point, Sarah's just like, alright, well, that meeting was a lot briefer than I expected it to take. I committed to something that I didn't want to initially, but you've given a good point to it. And you notice the tech priest, both of the tech priests and Marista all stand, like, simultaneously. The little girl, like, stands slower, and they step back from their chairs. And they're like, she looks at you guys again and she says, "It has been a pleasure meeting with you here."
Yeah, same.
So basically, y'all get the impression that this entire meeting is over already. It's like nothing else needs to be discussed. That was the fruit of it. That's the end point of it. An agreement was reached, and you can tell, like, afterwards that Sarah seems a little bit nervous about this entire idea of committing to a war already. But
Yeah.
she sort of accepted it.
Pixie, like, you know, like, comes out and, like, I can't move past the door. It's
We're locked.
locked in.
I punch it.
I've moved the thing,
But,
yeah.
Like, as we're walking out, like, Pixie's like, yeah, I don't think we had a choice in the matter, boss lady.
And, what time is it? It's been about, like, 2.5 hours. Alright, we still have definitely some time to go. For some reason, it felt like it was longer, just because of nice roleplay.
Manny were walking like the side. I said, yeah, and we could even call in some of our favors to try to push the odds against them.
As you are talking about this, the door behind you closes. You can tell that they're having some extra discussions in there after you leave amongst themselves.
Yeah, Swift.
And,
Sorry, if you're gonna keep going, my bad.
oh yeah, I have something to say here. As that's happening, the door closes behind you. I can't fucking close it for some reason right now. It's not letting me grab it, but...
We know we can close.
And you turn to your right, and you hear... Manny, you hear a familiar voice. Just like, oh, it's you guys. As you turn to your right, and you see this.
Oh, that's one of the guys that got away.
Yeah, so you look and you notice a familiar gentleman. Manny would know him. The rest of you wouldn't really recognize this guy except in passing, maybe. But Manny, you know this is one of the dudes that was in the arena when you murdered the butcher.
I'll casually walk over and, offer a hand and well met.
All right. So you just walk over?
Yeah, since this is a place of non-hostilities, we're able to.
Oh yeah, I just realized that his token is smaller for some reason. That's not supposed to be the case. Why the fuck is he smaller than you guys?
I will meet his hand and I'll say I will gladly inform you the facility is being kept as it was by him. It is not being used for its intended purpose.
You aren't any smaller. It's just the shape of your tokens that makes them look so much smaller. Yeah. I'm talking to myself a little bit because I'm just like, why the fuck does he look so fucking tiny? No, he's actually about Manny's height. He's like 6'4" or something like that. So he is not a tiny dude. He's not a tiny man. He definitely doesn't match up to the two guys clad in fucking dive suits next to him, but that's a different matter. He looks at you and he takes your hand and he's just like, it is good to know that you've done so. I will please his spirit.
Yeah.
And yeah, he seems very cordial compared to what you would expect. Swifter. Perception detection for me, would you?
Very well done. Perception's my most average stat. Fail.
You don't have this detection skill?
No, wait, actually, let me double check.
Do you?
But I don't think I... Oh, no, sorry. Deception, not detection.
Alright, yeah, you actually don't seem to pick up on anything other than this guy is wearing a really nice red robe and stuff, and has a thing on his face. He has a mask on. Cool.
Are you and your fellows,
Actually, you know what? Considering backstory and whatnot, I will actually let you re-roll that once, and let's see what happens, because this is actually relevant to your backstory. Okay, yes, you do pick up on this. He is wearing stuff that, to your knowledge, represents a certain, god of blood and skulls.
Swifter is going to go ahead and, seeing this guy. He kind of turns over to the boss lady and just says, this guy does not look like trouble. Has he been causing trouble?
Well, to be fair, what happened, to my knowledge, is that these guys all just up and walked out when their leader lost. Seems like they're very, honor frenzy focused.
Yeah, dude. We just took over their base, and, Manny said, get the fuck out, and they did.
That tends to make sense from, those type of people.
What are you even talking about? She says, looking at you, and you can tell in her expression that she sort of understands, but doesn't fully.
Yeah, Swifter's just squinting at him. Or squinting at the person over there.
Oh, pardon me, I have not introduced myself. I am the new butcher. My name is Craig.
Congrats. How fares everyone? I mean, I hate to just...
We are still looking for a new home. We were considering attempting to integrate here, but it does not fit us.
Yeah, these guys don't seem like they care for the fleshy types.
No, it does not appear that they care for our skills anyway. And with that, as you're talking, he moves to the side a little bit because he hears something, and Doc Corvus, finally awake, steps in.
What I miss?
Hey, wait, you missed the meeting.
Oh, okay.
There was some weird techno people and they're talking to...
That guy had a big name.
What was it?
Do you speak Bion? Do you speak Technolingua?
What's that?
So, Doc Corvus, upon parsing what he shot into your head, the name is probably on par, but not as long as Kitten's fucking name from fucking Texas Beach. But it also is not even a name. It's literally garbage text and shit. It's all garbage code that fucked up with your systems. He did not tell you his name. He just fucking stunned you.
It's infected via scrap code.
Yeah, that's literally what he did. He was just like the closest thing that you could intuition translate all of that to is shut up, 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 shut up.
It was short and repeating, so the same thing said many can't say it in common in Gothic. Also,
Sure.
can't speak binary. Don't have thought yet.
I'll take your word for it. Why don't you go speak with the boss and figure out what's going on?
Well, I guess could say name is 0111011110.
I've stopped paying attention.
The two gentlemen, Corvus, as you're saying this, you keep going on for a little bit longer after he stops, after he tells you to shut up because you're Corvus and you don't understand, and you turn to the two guy and Manny, you notice the two fucking big ass dudes next to him, they look like they're holding back their own laughter.
Yeah, so as he says 01, Manny just stops listening.
Like, new person. Hi, I am Corvus.
Oh, hello. I have a question. I forget who walked inside with, it was Deadpan. He's not here. All right, yeah, now I remember. So yeah, you have never seen this guy except in, you have the faintest of feelings that you saw him in, passing on the street or some shit. That's it.
Me or Doc?
Doc. Because I was trying to remember who during that session went in with Manny. It was Deadpan.
Yeah, it was Deadpan and Mouse was on Overwatch.
Yeah, Mouse was outside, so Mouse would have seen him, but both of the people that also would know this guy are not here.
Yes.
So, barring this place, where else did you have in mind?
No idea.
Well, I'm sure the rats wouldn't mind some more muscle.
Saying we join you?
No, he said the rats.
The rats. Yeah. There's the rats.
There is that one sewer place from across the train that's now empty since we cleaned it out.
That's too far.
Maybe he could join us, but we're running out of space.
We are growing a bit big.
He basically didn't respond to anything like that. He's just we'll keep on looking. To be quite honest, we're not fond of the idea of going back to that place if we know that it's not being used for its purpose.
Well, what about, well, we are actually, your crew looking to get rough and tumbled?
Asking if we want a little bit of fight? I don't think this is the time nor place.
Oh, not here. No, down the road. We might be in a situation later. And, I mean, the previous butcher really damn near killed me.
I'll be honest with you, he was going easy on you. Until you got that miraculous little slap of yours in.
I got lucky. That's all it was. But he was an honest fighter. But, are you familiar with, the maiden, whatever the fuck her name is?
Oh, I've been hearing about this. The mistress, right?
Yeah. Bunch of skirmishes. She's been aggressively advancing, and we're looking to do a big old front against it, push back.
Oh, so war, you say?
Yeah.
Well, count us in. Yeah. He holds out a hand, and there's a small thing on it. You look at it, and you think he's going for a handshake again.
Yeah.
Do you just like accept the handshake, or do you look at him weird or say anything else? I don't know.
I look at his hand to see what he's trying to do, but I'll grab his hand.
Yep, as you grab his hand, you feel like a buzzing on your hip where your data slate is. He was basically just... This is how his level of tech is able to send over, like, basically his contact details.
Alright, I'll give you a ring when things hit the fan.
We all know where this is going.
Doc Corvus touches the wrist, starts fiddling with the wristband right in front of these two guys, and they walk over and grab both of your wrists and are now escorting you elsewhere.
I should go follow him.
Please do.
Yo, Swifty.
Yeah. What's up?
I probably should like explain the whole situation to you because like you just got here, right?
Yeah. Haven't gotten much. Just told I was going to be going to some resort for now, but yeah.
Yeah. So you just got like dumped in like a whole pile of bullshit. So like yeah. So like there's these houses. One of them's Escher. They're all chicks, and they hate men. And the mistress is with those chicks. They're like an offshoot, and they're trying to like rapidly expand down here. And they're pissing off everybody.
So I'm guessing that you guys are all banded together to take care of her then.
Yeah, sounds like it. Also, like a few other details. The Rats, they're another gang that we helped out. And like the Dottis Adept, we helped them out. They're like, don't fuck with the Dottis Adept. They'll fuck you up.
Yeah, as this is going on, Pixie and you both hear fucking Sarah break out laughing.
What? Did I say something funny?
No, it's not you.
I just told her what happened.
You see, Gut doesn't seem to understand the humor of this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy. Well, seems like I got a lot to, learn then. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, crazy chicks are the bad guys. That sounds like sexist as fuck, but like, you know, that it's like true. Like it's just 100% true this time.
You do know that there was this one other quote-unquote crazy chick that came along with you on that one mission to take care of Bruce?
They weren't part of like the Mythos crazy chicks.
They were ex-Eschers. You know that much. They had the same sort of like get-up going on. The Alley Cats is another gang that is related to Mouse because of his contact. That are ex-Eschers. They aren't like as misandrous, but old habits die hard.
I mean, except for like the Alley Cats, they're different. Listen, there's a lot of fucking gangs here, man.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Weird thing is, like, no one wants to join us ever since we came. Like, people join us, but it's like we have to like, they have to have like no other options. It's weird, man.
I wonder where that comes from.
That's why we're called the last choice.
Yeah.
All right. With all of this in mind, I would like to shift over to the point of view of Doc Corvus.
God damn it.
As Doc Corvus, you are grabbed by these two men firmly and not at all pleasantly. Your wrists are going to hurt after this. And brought over to this large set of double doors here. And this looks like it's even more heavily armored than everything else. One of them uses another hand and knocks on the door, and then taps a button on the side, like as sort of a verification kind of thing. And they both force you to step back as you hear footsteps. Loud footsteps. And the next thing you know, the doors open, and this dude, even bigger than the other motherfuckers, is just standing there now.
I can't see.
As you see... this guy.
You see, Corvus, this is the welcoming party. You
It's
will
bigger,
He's,
Daddy.
he steps out and he looks at the strange man
Hello.
in front of him.
Hello.
I have been getting reports from... Or, sorry, let me do this properly.
I have been getting reports from my Subnauticans that you keep tampering with your fucking wrist device.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I'm just trying to learn how it works.
You do not need to know how it works. You need to stop fucking touching it.
I'm not trying to break, I'm just trying to see how it works.
I do not care what your intent is, little man. You do not touch the device, and the next time you do, your face will be getting met with a power fist to the jaw.
Is this loud enough for all of
Oh,
us?
you can all...
You can all fucking hear this.
Pixie is giggling.
Sarah, we shouldn't have brought Doc.
That's probably like
No, this is funny as shit. And meanwhile, Swifter in the back of your head, like Sarah is laughing, but Swifter in the back of your head, you're just like, oh shit! If they follow up on that, we have a problem.
Swifter is going to actually start moving up, actually, and he's going to try and call over, just hey.
How you doing?
This is none of your business, bystander. Step back.
Listen, I know he's been causing trouble, but I want to go ahead and give you guys a hand so that way you guys don't end up killing this fucker. He can go ahead and stay in my room, and if he fucking tries to touch at that wristband again, I can go ahead and beat the shit out of him. Knock him unconscious if possible. How's that sound? You can have your guards, 2 of them if you want, but he stays with me. My responsibility.
I need you to do a persuasion check for me at a -4.
Should I try it?
No! Don't you dare touch it.
Target
Luckily, you aren't the motherfucker talking right now, so you can't do it, and that is a great success. This dude turns and
I keep forgetting that I have the fucking thing on. Goddamn. So yeah, this.
I just wanted to see what.
Yeah, that was at a -4. He actually. you would have failed by 16.
Doc is just like, I can have own room.
Did you actually do the? Did you actually do the -4? Is that just your raw charisma?
I forgot the minus.
Mine was with the -4. Yeah.
All right, yours that it doesn't show it nicely if I hover over it, so I just wanted to make sure.
You can check my stat, like it is.
Yeah, I trust you. I know what it is actually already, so I'm just wondering why the fuck isn't it showing it? Anyway, so you say this to the guy. You're pretty forceful about it, and in most circumstances you would be overstepping your bounds, but this guy turns to you and motions for the other 2 to drag him along. As he brings these 2 with him still held very uncomfortably, I might add, over to you. And he pulls out a pair of shackles.
Actually, wait. As he goes ahead and does that, Swifter says, don't worry, I got my own. And he pulls out a pair of his manacles.
Oh, goddamn.
He's going to go ahead and...
Corvus wouldn't know what kinky means!
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll do it behind Corvus's back. To show that fucking... He's got it controlled.
He walks over to these manacles after you put them on, and you can tell the same sort of scan that he's done before to make sure they're actually fucking manacles.
Yeah.
And he's just like, fair enough. Or he's
Just like, fair enough. Make sure he doesn't do any more shit. And you,
he turns to Corvus.
if you touch that again, and you cause me even more problems, and you keep bugging my friend out in front of your house over and over again with your incessant bullshit, you and everyone else in your party is getting a very, very quick drop off of a steep cliff.
Corvus nods.
Thank you! With that,
He wanders off. Back to his room.
I'm gonna lean over to Sarah. Why does the new guy have manacles?
Swifter's going to go ahead and just fucking drag Doc back over here. Come on, old man.
Yeah, so you two are now linked together. So you cannot move without one another.
Yeah, you can basically just Doc follow him.
So I don't get
what-
that. Just want to know how it works.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to temporarily give you control over Doc Corvus's token.
Okay.
But Doc Corvus, aka Zach, if at any point you would resist him dragging you along, just say so and say about when you would do so, and we'll like backtrack and see what the fuck happens.
Yeah, Corvus is following along. It's like, I don't get why they met. Just want to know how it works. Is new tech. Want to see how it works.
Doc, just be quiet.
I'm not trying to break.
Pixie is just like
So,
trying to stifle his laughter and failing.
Okay, so I'm going to do something here that I think is pretty funny, but is also going to be really weird. As you bring him back over, Sarah Creed walks up to you. We are over here, by the way. There we go. And she looks at Doc Corvus and is just like, look, Doc, there are certain things you do and you don't do in spite of your curiosity. Right here, with all these motherfuckers and with my ass on the line, you don't touch that thing or you're not getting any of your fucking tech allowance ever again.
Okay, I will not touch.
Thank you! You're going to have to keep that manacle on a little bit longer. I don't think they'll trust that yet.
Oh, trust me. I got another one. And he goes ahead and pulls out another set.
Why you have so many manacles?
For reasons
Don't
like
worry
that.
about it.
Why? But I'm curious as to why he has manacles in the first place.
For reasons like this.
I have dog slave collar, so I guess he's not weighted.
Yeah. So let me do something real quick.
Gotta take Doc over here. Fucking.
All right. So Creed is sort of turning to Manny, and she's just like, I wouldn't bother too much with it if I were you.
Where'd you find that guy anyway?
Oh, him? He came to me.
Really?
Yep.
What kind of situation is he in?
Oh, he has his own situation. As I said, not important. Move along.
You'll come to know me later. Trust me. For now, I gotta deal with this fuck. Because it turns over to Doc.
And as you guys wander away, I'm assuming you're bringing him back to the room and that Pixie and Manny linger behind a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, can I go ahead? Oh, well, if we're going back to the room, Swifter would like to do one last thing as he's heading.
Oh, yeah.
So as he's passing, I'm guessing seeing this butcher guy, he would recognize that. He's gonna go ahead and do a slight little a sort of taunt in a sense by he goes ahead and pulls out a. He reaches into his bag and grabs his tarot deck. And,
Tarot
with
deck?
that pulls out. Yeah, he pulls
The
out
final
a
T is
single
silent,
card.
by the way.
Yeah, tarot. He goes ahead and pulls out a single card, and that card, as he walks by this man, is the Emperor's card. As he goes ahead and flashes it to the guy before sticking it back inside of his coat pocket.
Let me see. Let me see what happens here. Oh, he eyes you. He knows instantly. You can tell he knows instantly, and he sort of squints his eyes at you really hard. But he doesn't seem malicious. He's squinting his eyes in response to this. He looks at you, and he still gives you what can only seem as a normal, pleasant smile.
Swifter just keeps on giving him. He gives him a bit of a shit-eating grin as he continues walking with the doc.
And as you continue along, the dude walks over to you guys and is just like, "That's a very interesting friend of yours."
Yeah, we just met. Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Fuck!
Sorry for both of you, but there ain't any wood around here. There's that door there. He says, pointing to, this is actually, finely crafted, pine wood.
Oh, there's a wooden table in there.
Fuck you,
Yeah,
Pixie,
who's gonna sprint and knock on the wood first?
I'm closer.
I already called it, man. It's too late.
He knocks on wood to remove the curse.
Fuck you, Pixie.
Ain't no soda down here anyway.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
At this point, I guess I'll share what me and Craig discussed with Sarah.
Oh, so this is one of those gentlemen. Sorry to take you home. It was an honorable duel. We honor our commitments. I'm just gonna move him out of the way. He's not here anymore, by the way. Detrell has just been standing there the whole entire time.
Pixie casually whistles in the fact that they were going to, just invade the place as soon as things got bad.
He is not privy to this whatsoever, and so does not act on it.
Yep, he just casually whistles.
Yeah, and Sarah Creed turns to you guys and says, "Alright, listen to me just a moment here." And motions for you to both bring it in closer, and then starts speaking in a little bit of a hush. That guy has some importance that I cannot divulge. I would rather you not keep questioning things, if you know what I mean. Yes.
Way out of our pay grade type shit?
Way out of your pay grade kind of shit.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that. I don't get paid enough for that.
Hey, what are we talking here?
I cannot tell you, as I've already stated. Don't make me repeat myself, Manny.
Manny, we don't even get hints, man. That kind of pay grade.
You can, Manny, if you look at her, you can tell that she has, some of the most serious demeanor about this that you've seen in a long while.
That bad, huh?
Yep. Now, anyway, shall we go enjoy our lovely little sweets that we have, she says, cheerfully patting Gut on the shoulder and pointing him in the direction to go as she walks away and goes to the room. Where he walks away with her.
Yeah, Pixie sits there with Manny for a bit. So the fuck was all that about, man?
Which part?
After laughing at Corvus to now, all that.
Something's up. Something's up, and it must be pretty bad if she's not talking. She's usually pretty forthcoming.
Yeah. I mean, like now we're here with like shit, man. We're dealing with like Mechanicum, like shit. You know who that was in there?
No fucking clue.
Yeah, she basically owns like half all of the manufacturers in this part of the city.
Yeah, about half would be more accurate. Yeah, you were right at first.
About half.
Which, considering if you look at the world map, it's a huge chunk of area anyway. It's like kilometers and kilometers across of manufacturing buildings.
She's basically the mayor of this place.
Right.
One thing I will note is that this place is basically just on the border outside of the Manufactorum district. So this location, the Nauticland, is out of her jurisdiction.
Is neutral ground.
It's basically a glorified neutral ground within what is normally just the slums district, actually. It's really close to the Manufactorum for reasons that are probably quite apparent, like getting shit in here pretty nicely and quickly when it's needed, considering the extravagance of this place. But it is technically within the slums district. Like, you could wander a couple kilometers, or like half a kilometer out away from this place and find shitty fucking like shantytown buildings and houses and like other dudes like warming themselves by fucking campfires.
Like, how the like, what kind of connections does Creed got?
I don't know, but that new guy, he can hold his own. I mean, you weren't there, but we went toe to toe.
Yeah, Pixie had wandered off at that point.
Yeah, no, I was on my way to what's her face, to Jamie's.
And let's just say he got the best.
He beat you? Shit.
Yeah. Or some weird shit he did. Went to go swing and then just suddenly he was few feet back.
Think it was something like a fucking deadpan?
No. I think it was different. Deadpan's more focused when he has to do that kind of things. This to me it seemed like it was a reflex.
Man, all of this shit's wacky.
And
I thought all of this. I thought like the shit before was whack, man.
Dude, my biggest question out of all this: why the fuck does he have two sets of manacles?
You don't?
I just walk away.
And with that note, I think we will end the session for today, actually.
Yeah, God.
Oh boy.
That was a good session. God.
God, Corvus is the worst to do a fancy resort. Just starts fucking with the thing because he wants to know how it works.
It's like he's scratching at a bug bite and it's just getting worse and worse.
Yeah. I fucking love this so far. Alright. Then, with that in note, we will meet again in 2 weeks' time, which will be, I think it's actually the 30th. Yeah, it's, no, 30th is next week. It would be the 6th then.
6, yeah.
Sunday the 6th, yes. And that would be when we're meeting. Oh, well, happy early birthday. Trying to put something nice for Pixie as a little gift. Alright. Yeah. I think this has been some really hilarious roleplay between all of y'all. And some funny shenanigans occurring. We will look forward to next session. Thank you everyone for coming by and watching Necromunda. Say goodbye, that's your cue.
Goodbye.